Dynamite download.
AEW 2020. John Silver.
Special event, as you can see, SPD.
For a splashing good time. January recruitment.
I come along, I come along in the ring.
I would not want to hit that. I would not.
Boom! What is that? All ego crayfish over there?
I'm leaning into my all ego vibe tonight. Yes,
all
sir.
ego crayfish for
Yes,
sure. What is up,
sir.
gentlemen? It's Friday. You
going
know
on?
what that means. We are adjusting our schedules, because we know the coveted Friday night spot has been Dynamite downloads for about 20 weeks now. But, AEW's got to try to and snatch it up. But we can partner with them and do our live stream. So we're going to do another live watch along, a special booking by Bonds to kick things off in a few moments. But, I think that should be our new slogan, Dynamite Download, buckle up. Like that would be, I think, put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt, brother. DMD,
So
how you guys doing, man?
Yes, sir. Doing good, man. How are you guys doing?
Good. Just trying to get this TV to turn on so I can get ready, rock and rolling. Ilatola.
Been working on the tan. I was prepping myself for the spray tan.
Wow.
Thankfully, I got the real deal going. Been able to get a little vacay in, so weekend's almost here. It's been a weekend for me all week. It's been nice. It's been really good.
Awesome, bro. Well,
Yes,
I
sir.
just been on the road for almost 3 straight months, so I'm eager to get home tomorrow to New York for you guys.
Nice.
So it's been in my place for 36 hours in the last 3 months. So nice storage unit I got going in New York City.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, and it's like you're feeling the life of an AEW superstar soon. They're going to be traveling.
Soon. That's right.
It's wild, right? Like they're going to finally start going on the road again.
Yeah.
You can tell that the roster is amped up about that. That they're juiced to get back on the road, get in front of live crowds.
Yes.
And when you have a match like Jungle Boy versus Kenny Omega on the docket, you know that a live audience is going to go bonkers for that.
For sure.
That's one of the things.
I was singing that today. I didn't even listen to it since Double or Nothing, but it was just in my head today, just because that's how powerful that.
It's one of the best theme songs in wrestling right now. Fits the character so perfect. It's so catchy. Bonds and I were talking a lot about that. Just the star-making moment that was for Jungle Boy, and as we were able to, I went back and listened to our recap show one more time, and was thinking about it, man, and it did really feel like a pay-per-view that AEW did everything they could to establish some new stars, invest in their own homegrown talent. Britt Baker era is starting tonight, baby. There's going to be the coronation of the DMD tonight. Free Big Macs for 1,500 people at Daly's Place is going to be awesome.
I'm not even a McDonald's guy.
Well, I mean, after you try a Big Mac, you'll change your mind, SPD.
I used to be a number one at Mickey D's when growing up, bro. That was a Big Mac.
The number one, huh?
Special. I used to do that all the time.
No kidding.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing at McDonald's, Bonds?
I get the Bond special at McDonald's. I have a Bond special at every fast food restaurant, honestly.
Okay, what's the Bond special, bro?
Double cheeseburger, pickles, lettuce, and Big Mac sauce.
So you're making your own. You're doing your DMD tribute with the Bonds, booking by Bonds McDonald's menu. Just order the double cheeseburger, get some Big Mac sauce. That is a real nice little pivot that you did there, navigating the ins and outs of a McDonald's menu to get a Big Mac on the cheap, brother. I like that.
The extra bun just gets me. I can't.
Well, that's how you say. You're like, I don't need this menu. I'm gonna book it by Bonds at this place. I'm coming here. I'm gonna book this menu by Bonds. I'm booking it.
That's right. We're gonna get a nice special booking by Bonds later on this evening. Well,
very soon actually. We're gonna do it before the live.
I like it. I like it. I like where his head's at with it. As per usual, whenever we give Bonds the creative freedom, he gets going with it. He gets excited. I like the way that this one's going to go, and it's very fitting. He's going to talk Team Taz coming out of Double or Nothing. That was, one of the more under the radar moves that AEW did, but that certainly is changing the landscaping of AEW moving forward. And if they follow suit with what you have in store, I think a lot of fans would be geeking out. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Bonds, how going into tonight's episode of Dynamite, which we're only 25 minutes away. What is it that you're looking forward to? I mean, there's a couple of matches that were announced. Obviously, we know that the DMD title ceremony is going to happen. Is it this Team Taz? What's going to happen with Team Taz? Is that kind of where your head's at? Kind of just as far as excitement level?
Well, I'm obviously excited for Team Taz just because I'm a fan of Team Taz.
Yep.
But I am excited for Britt. I want that to be like a big focus on the show. I want Britt to be the main event, whatever segment she's part of, just because it's such an important moment for her career. I think it's necessary to give it the respect it deserves. And we're gonna see her direction tonight, I think, as well. I think it's gonna be a big moment for her direction. Where she's gonna go in the future.
I've heard some rumors that would be very exciting for the Dynamite Download team. I've heard some people chatting, man. The Thunder Rosa atmosphere, that feud is going to continue. That would be very interesting. I would love if Thunder Rosa crashed the party, even as a DMD fanboy. I would love that because I love that feud. I think it's the hottest feud in pro wrestling. One thing that's going to get us all buzzing, and it's the people in the chat are chatting about it right now. One thing that I know coming out of Double or Nothing, all three of us were all, for the first time in quite some time, the Dynamite Download team was a little bummed out about a booking decision that AEW went with.
Sure.
And that was with Anthony Ogogo's loss to Cody. Tonight, the factory gets a big stage to shine, boys. That bull rope match between Nick Comoroto and Dustin Rhodes has officially been named the main event. So
really,
we all were worried about what was going to happen to the factory. Bonds over here was talking about the Nexus word. We were all concerned that could have been in the cards. Certainly, Nick Comoroto getting this main event spotlight, the show after Double or Nothing. Do you think that AEW is hearing the rumblings on the internet, hearing teams like us talking about their concern with what's happening to the factory and adjusting and pivoting? Do you think that Nick Comoroto and the factory get their win tonight and kind of come out looking dominant like I do?
Absolutely. I think Comoroto is going to. I think the factory overall is going to be a clean sweep. I said that also. Got three heavy hitters of the factory, 3 or 4 guys, and I think to reestablish them and not turn them into the jobbers. The Nexus jobbers, you have to have all 3 guys come up win. And it's easy for them to book, Lee Johnson to take the pin from QT Marshall or a go-go and kind of reestablish that stuff. And then, Comoroto going over Dustin, that's a little surprising. But when you have any kind of stipulation match at play, that really has the X factor essentially. So it could be, Hornswoggle versus Paul White, and then in a ankle biting match, and he could win.
Wow.
But obviously, if that was not booked that way, but I'm very intrigued about this bull rope match, and I know they've been teasing something like this for a while, and so I'm very intrigued by that. So
Comoroto's definitely used that bull rope at more than one occasion to knock some folks out. Obviously, it's definitely gonna bring some violence to it. I think that there's gonna be some blood, some color, and Dustin's always willing to get a little dirty to make sure the story goes over well.
He's not shy.
That's going to be an interesting main event, guys. I mean, looking at the card, I think that are we going to see the Bucks open the show again tonight? You guys think that the Bucks versus Pac and Penta is going to start the show?
It'd be a good match to start the show.
That would be pretty hot, man. That would get the crowd jonesing, right? I mean, you put on a show like that, that's going to definitely get people amped up, right?
I mean, you could even have, if you really want to start pushing this babyface turn, have DMD open the show.
That'd be cool.
No, Inner Circle open the show.
Okay.
The way they ended Double or Nothing, Inner Circle should open it. Unless they have something bigger planned for a Pinnacle run-in or something like that. But the fact that the Bucks in 2/3 of Death Triangle are going to be going head-to-head, that's a main event on any card and any day.
Can't believe. I mean, dude, that's going to be on free TV, man. Like that is seriously like an insane matchup. You're going to put Pac and Penta against the Bucks on free TV. I mean, if that was on a paper, you would easily get people chomping at the bit to see that one. What a home run!
It could be a main event. Yeah,
it absolutely could, man. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I agree. That's like a main event of a pay-per-view.
Right.
That's a huge but the fact of the matter is they love having the Bucks kind of set the tone. They open the show a lot, and I think that it's because they have that fire, that quick pace, that mentality to hey, we're going to set the bar, and they usually do set the bar. So I think when you've got 4 main eventers in a opener, you're pretty much setting up that, hey, man.
That's a good call, bro. That's a great call. The way that those guys bring the energy, the way that they set the tone, and you're going to put them in the ring against 2 guys who, are super intense, extra violent, just absolutely are going to push the pace just like the Bucks. That one's going to deliver, man. That match is going to snap. That's going to be really a killer matchup. And when they announced that, I was just geeking out, man. From an in-ring perspective, from work rate perspective, you can't get better than that. It's going to be an absolute home run. I'm also intrigued to see what happens with this Death Triangle story, too. I mean, we all here love the Death Triangle. I'm a super vocal advocate for their leader. Right. But, they haven't had the most momentum.
It's weird where they're going right now. I mean, the quality of matches they put on is top notch. The quality of talent is top notch, but they need some kind of direction right now.
I feel like
maybe we'll get some of that.
Yeah, I feel like as a Death Triangle fan, and this is something that I've expressed frustration with. Is maybe it's just too good for us to have it. We don't deserve it. It feels like they are cursed. Right. Whether Pac has travel restrictions or now with Phoenix being injured, it just feels like there's always something happening that is preventing the Death Triangle from being at full strength and showcasing what they can be.
This much so far.
Yeah, I think you're only seeing. Yeah, you're only seeing. It's just not delivering, and I think a lot of it is because of the things that are out of their control. But you have the Death Triangle at full health, man. That is a crew. That is just a wrecking crew, man. I absolutely am geeked to see where that's going, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot since Double or Nothing. Is we talk a lot about Rampage coming up. We talk a lot about all this extra content, and there's been a lot of discussion about that trios title coming back onto the scene. This is playing into that story that I think is just such a natural way to start off that division on a high note. You look at that triple threat world title match, and you got to see Orange Cassidy, the leader of the Best Friends, Kenny Omega, the leader of the Elite, and Pac, the leader of the Death Triangle. Now you get to continue that story in a different way. We talk a lot about this with the Inner Circle versus Pinnacle feud, but you're taking the dice and you're rolling it out there, and you're going to get a great match. You get the Elite against a version of the Death Triangle. If they continue to play into this and start to build up a story where these crews have animosity towards each other, guys, I really think what better way to bring in the Trios Championship than those 3 teams going against each other? What a home run that would be story-wise. And from an in-ring perspective, I'm all for it. The more I think about it, the more excited it gets me.
Oh, yeah, man. That would be such an awesome first Trios match. I think that's top-notch. You get the three top stables as well. And we were talking about that this week. Who would we want to see in trios matches? Who do we want to see open up this? And I don't think they should do another another tournament personally. I think it's too much, too obvious. But having that, like, these guys were just the contenders. Heck, you could even throw Jurassic Express in there because Jungle Boy's going to be fighting Kenny here. You have a lot of stuff that you could do that'd be really fun for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And I know we're got 15 minutes till Dynamite goes live, and I know you've been working on it, and I'm anxious to hear, Bonds. Is that enough time for your Booking by Bonds? Because I would love to
we'll be
hear it.
good.
I'm ready for it.
All right, guys. So this is Booking by Bonds. Uncaged is we'll call it this week. Yep. Uncaged. Yes, sir. And we're going to talk about some Team Taz stuff. All right, guys. So early in the show, this is for tonight. Taz teases that there's going to be an official Team Taz meeting. We need to get this business taken care of. You know, he hasn't seen Brian Cage since Double or Nothing. And he says, you know, in an early segment, we need to refocus. And it starts with you, Brian Cage. Like, you're the guy that needs to refocus because what happened last week, you know, at Double or Nothing is important. So midway through Dynamite, Taz, like Team Taz's music hits. Ricky Starks, who's wearing a neck brace and is walking with a cane because, you know, he got a little nudge.
He's going full Andy Kaufman on this, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah. He doesn't.
Okay.
Exactly. He's limping. You know, that little push that Brian Cage gave him is just giving him all the time he wants to do that. So he's just being a total jerk. It's hilarious. Hook and Hobbs come out too. You know, Hook and Starks have like a smug look on their face because they're the ones that cost Cage the match. Hobbs doesn't care. You know, he's like, whatever, I'm just here because I'm part of the stable at this point. Right. And Taz is livid. Taz, you can just tell he's been mad all week. Like, he's been seething on this. Like, I need to talk to you, Brian Cage. This is terrible. You're ruining my stable. This is important to me. So Taz starts the segment off by saying how disappointed he is in Brian Cage's behavior. He's like, you've been like a son to me, Brian. You know, and sons don't fight their brothers. You know, he's doing full on Taz. Like, you know what I mean? You're selfish. This is Team Taz, not Team Brian Cage.
That's right.
All this stuff. And Ricky Starks interrupts him and he goes, you don't need to explain yourself, Taz. You know, look at my neck. Look what he did to me now. I have a broken neck and he injured me. But then the lights just flicker off for a second. And then Who Can Stop the Path of Cage comes on. The crowd goes nuts. He's got a new entrance music even. Like, everything is new about Brian Cage this week. New gear, everything. To the Stars by Sherwald. What?
Does he ditch the orange and black? Or not yet?
Maybe not yet.
Not yet.
Pretty cool looking.
All right.
I don't know. I'm a big orange fan though. That might be something that sticks around, but maybe just different gear. So we'll see. So Cage has the FTW championship still over his shoulder. You could tell he's just kind of irritated. He comes out and he's just staring all these guys down the whole time. Taz is like, cut the BS. We need to talk business, all this stuff. You know, he's just being Taz. He's being great. And the whole time Ricky Starks is like goading Cage. Like, he's like messing around. Like, oh yeah, like doing his face stuff. Like, oh, my neck hurts. Like, look what you did to me. And all this stuff. And then Taz starts off the promo again. He's like, hey, calm down. We'll figure this out. You know, I've been your advocate, Brian Cage. You wear a belt I gave you, and you're out there representing Team Taz like a punk. You know, he's basically calling him out. Starks and Hook gave you a chance to beat Hangman, and you threw it in their face, literally. You know, you did nothing but disrespect them. What is going on in your head? And then Cage contemplates. He's like thinking about it, man. Like, what have I accomplished since I've joined Team Taz? That's what he asked Taz. He's like, what have I done? We've been recruiting guys and failing at it over and over again. First is Darby Allin, then it's Christian. You know, I've been told that this group is a cancer to my career, and I'm starting to believe it. You know, so he's irritated at this point. He doesn't want to be part of it. And I think that's important. You got to set that up, and I think it's being set up by what they're doing.
You look at the natural story of Brian Cage, and you do see like the guy has. You know, we've talked about it. He was on Tony's Mount Rushmore. The guy is absolutely a top tier talent, and yet in some way, shape, or form, I feel like almost Taz's own personal beefs have caused him to get distracted from success. Right? I mean, they've had all these intensely personal feuds, really that have been fueled by Taz's pettiness. You know, feeling disrespected by Darby, feeling disrespected by Christian, and it's really taken Brian Cage out of a focus where he's dialed in to go after a championship, and it's more like on these very personal petty feuds that Taz has had. So I can understand the frustration from Brian's like his character's perspective. Absolutely.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. And so Taz is like, you sound like you've already made your choice, and he kind of like nods at Hook. He nods at Ricky Starks and Hobbs. And, Hobbs and Hook kind of go around him, like they surround him at this point. So he grabs the FTW belt just as they're about to attack, hits Hobbs in the head over with it.
Oh,
Hook goes for a chop block and he misses it. So at this point, there's some stuff going on. Team Taz is imploding. But Cage stomps Hook. He like stomps him out. He picks him up and gives him a drill claw. Oh, it's over. It's done. Like it's done. So basically, they reassemble on the stage. They're freaking out. Taz is screaming into the microphone. You just made the biggest mistake of your life, Brian Cage. This is over. The biggest mistake of your life. Like it's done. But this is gonna be hot, right? A hot feud. So later in the show, they announced that there's going to be a match between Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs next week on Dynamite. So the war is finally starting. And then that kind of ends the whole first part. Cage gets a huge pop from the crowd when he portrays everybody. He's a full-on babyface now. It's official. So the feud builds through typical stuff with Team Taz. Exactly. You gotta change the re-landscape, as we like to call it.
Yep.
By Venus.
Yeah. It makes sense, man. I like it. I mean, they definitely have been teasing this for a while. So Bonda, I think that like if they lean into that in your first act, if AEW leans into some sort of really giving Team Taz a segment, giving them a moment to address what happened at Double or Nothing, I think that it would make a lot of sense to start to lean into where you're trying to take the story, and that's the natural ripping the Band-Aid off and allowing Brian Cage to do what we've been seeing he should do for months on end now, and that's break away from Team Taz, focus in on his own career, get himself right mentally, not be focused in on all this petty anger, like silly feuds, and get dialed in. Similar to what we saw with Miro do, where like in another one of Bonds' favorites, where it's like, I'm taking away all this extra noise with Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford, and I'm just going to focus in on getting a title and getting dominant, right? Yeah. I like where you're going with this one. So what happens in Act 2 before Dynamite starts in 8 minutes?
Oh, man. So Act 2 basically starts off with this match, right? So Starks and Hook interfere during his match with Will Hobbs. Hobbs gets the win, and basically Team Taz is like, gloating. They're like, yeah, we beat you, Brian Cage. You need us, kind of thing.
Wow.
So yeah, Hobbs goes over on him the first match. Because of the interference, though, Tony's like, you're having another match next week against Hook. Now it's 1-on-1 against Hook. So this is gonna be Hook's first match on Dynamite. Is gonna be against Brian Cage. Not the best start for your career, I'm sure.
No.
So in his first official match, Hobbs and Starks get involved, but you can tell Will Hobbs isn't like into the interference. Really, you can tell he's like indifferent this whole time. He's not really he's kind of where Brian Cage was a month or two ago, where he's like, man, like this is stupid. This guy was just my teammate, and I don't really care. Like, but he's doing it because he's part of Team Taz. This is his job. He's doing his thing, but it doesn't really matter. In Cage pins Hook. He gives him another drill claw. It's over. So like he gets the win back on Team Taz. And Taz is starting to freak out a little bit at this point. He's starting to like, hey, we need to recruit some people. We need to get this recruiting train back on. So the next couple of weeks, he's trying to find more people in there. Nobody wants to join Team Taz, just like before. Like nobody's interested. He gets TH2 though. They're like, hey, we joined HFO before for a week or two. Now we're gonna be part of Team Taz, and they're kind of just like, he's like, you're not officially part of Team Taz yet, but you guys, if you guys can take care of Cage, take care of him, you'll be part of this, and you'll get part of the pay, and you'll be part of Team Taz officially. So basically, during all of these matches, now that Brian Cage is having these ascending, he's getting attacked by Angelico, Jack Evans, Hook, and Hobbs sometimes, but not often. But at a certain point, this is coming out in the next match. He gets a win finally against Jack Evans in an official match, and they start beating him up. Christian comes out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so all Christian, right. Yeah, right. So Christian's had like a little bit of interaction with Brian Cage.
That's right. Cage squared.
Cage squared, exactly. And so since Christian kind of gave him that advice to come out, I feel like he'd be like, oh, I'm responsible for this. So he comes out, helps Brian Cage. They have a match officially against Hook and Hobbs, where they're a tag team, kind of, right now.
Yeah.
But it ends up being like where they start attacking Christian now too. It's not just, oh, we're mad at Brian Cage. This is kind of bringing Christian back into this whole feud.
Which is, at the end of the double or that battle royal, I mean, you saw Hobbs and Christian still were going at it, man. I mean, that feud does not feel like it's dead. That's for sure.
No,
exactly.
That's good. It's a good feud because they did well together.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that those guys have great chemistry. And so basically what happens next is like they beat Hook and they beat Hobbs. And they're like, Christian's like, dude, like you're in the same boat Brian Cage is in. He calls him out just like he called out Brian Cage. He's like, why are you wasting your time fighting Taz's battles? Like, this isn't your fight. Like, why are you doing this? You're not even into it. Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So basically Taz interrupts Christian. He's like, no, like this is my team. You're trying to take over my stable. Like this isn't how it's going to go. But to the shock of everybody, Hobbs pushes them off of Christian as they're going to attack. He quits Team Taz on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He's done. And I think that you guys will both agree, like he's got babyface vibes too.
That was, I mean, when we go back to his
yeah.
early starts, I mean, his origins, SPD and I had a lot of conversations about that. And we both agreed that he has awesome baby face, a background story that you want to root for the guy. Yeah. And he could be one of those guys who can just be himself and get a pop. If it's really the only reason why he gets booed is because he's associated with Taz, right? His wrestling, his in-ring style is like a lot of fun to watch. He's a big young kid who's got a great story and great like vibe to him. It's just that he's associated with the loudmouth, right? So
oh yeah, exactly. So he's kind of a babyface, just his personality wise. So it kind of works. He joins up with Christian and Cage. And so now Taz fires TH2 because he's like, you guys didn't do your job. You're out. Yeah. You guys are really bad enforcers. You guys are out of here. And Taz basically says, hey, we'll leave you guys alone if you beat my boys. And you're going to fight Hook and a mystery opponent. So this is going to be a big time, like, oh man, who's the mystery guy? Right. He's like, but it's going to be in a Tornado TLC match. And so basically Christian did get attacked during that end bit, and he's got a concussion. I missed that part. So he's basically out. So now it's Hobbs. Yeah, right. A concussion.
So Hobbs and Cage.
It's Hobbs and Cage against Hook and a mystery opponent.
Okay.
And so the next Dynamite, or however many Dynamites you want, it could be set up for a couple of weeks, just for having some stuff build.
Mm-hmm.
They have this TLC match, right? And the mystery opponent is Ricky Starks, who's back from his neck injury.
I like it.
So Starks comes back. They basically, during Brian Cage's entrance, they attack them and hit them in the knees with chairs. Like they're trying to get the one up on him early.
Mm-hmm.
Drag him to the ring. They keep going after Christian. But throughout the match, you start seeing it level out because of the size difference and the intensity. And down the line, like, they throw Hook onto a double stack table, goes through both tables that they set up. So again, they set themselves up for failure kind of thing. And then Starks eats the pin by getting just demolished.
I mean, Hobbs and Cage as a tag team. That's something I've wanted Team Taz to do since day one.
Yeah, talk about hosses, and we talked about hosses before. Yeah, that would be one awesome hoss team.
It'd be freaking amazing. Like they should just dominate, and that's one of the frustrating things about Team Taz, right? Is those two should just absolutely tear up all of AEW, and Taz doesn't focus them like that.
Right.
So I like it.
They build their own focus.
Mm-hmm.
And you set up some other stuff too. Like you set up Ricky Starks and Hook as a potential tag team with Taz still doing his Team Taz stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have him do commentary on Rampage. That's what I want. I want this to free him up to do commentary on Rampage because I think he'd be perfect for that. Have him be
He's so good on commentary.
Oh yeah, he'd be awesome.
60-second warning.
Yep. We're getting there, boys. I can't wait. But so basically now it's like almost a trio, but not really. Where it's like Christian, Hobbs, and Brian Cage. I honestly want Hobbs and Christian to be the team that kind of builds out of that. Where Brian Cage kind of does his own thing.
Wow.
You give Christian a chance to be on a team with Hobbs, which would be kind of cool. I think that it would be, especially because you built that storyline through them in this feud. He's like gave him that kind of mentor advice, and he's the mentor that Taz never was. And so you kind of have that mentorship going on there where Brian Cage is ready to ascend and Hobbs is kind of at that next level underneath. And so you build like 2 tag teams out of this, a potential stable out of this as well. And you free up Taz for commentary and to be a manager for Hook and for Ricky Starks.
I like that, and like when we hear about that, Bonds, we're starting up Dynamite now, so we'll hope to see what happens with Teams Taz.
Hopefully the fuse gets lit under Team Taz right now because they need it.
Yep. I feel like, a lot of the stuff that you did made a lot of sense there, Bonds. I really like Ricky Starks and Hobbs being paired, or Ricky Starks and Hook being paired together. Hook is a young kid who can kind of learn from Starks, who's a true star, man. We all think that Starks is going to blow up.
For sure.
Down the road, the payoff, I want to see Starks versus Cage at some point. That it just feels like it's meant to be. All right, so Double or Nothing post the first Dynamite post Double or Nothing, guys. This is going to be a big show. You got DMD's coronation tonight. You got the Death Triangle of Pac and Penta going against the Elite and the Bucks. And again, I think that if booking by Crayfish here, I really do think that they're setting the tone and setting the stage for that Trios Championship. When you can have the Elite versus the Death Triangle versus the Best Friends being the first breakthrough feud to emerge and really set the tone for that. What starts off Dynamite?
Look at this crowd. Inner Circle, baby. It started where you ended it.
Death Triangle, boys.
Yeah, I figured the Bucks would start off Dynamite. They are that whenever the Bucks start off an episode of Dynamite, the show is going to be hot. It's going to be buzzing. They set the bar so high. And you talk about setting the bar high. You have Pac and Penta as their opponents. What a matchup this is going to be. I am geeked out. And I love Penta's
his Joker gear.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, is that fantastic.
If I saw Pac coming to the ring and I'm standing in the ring, I'm leaving the ring. See ya.
Dude, he's a bad dude.
I'll take the count out.
He's a bastard for a reason, my friend. That is a bad dude.
All right.
Just so intense.
Let's see how ridiculous these
cheers are. They normally boo, and they boo what they normally cheer after.
He looks pissed. I'll say that. Penta's getting the crowd all into it and everything. And Pac looks pretty pissed off right now. He looks very focused. And an angry, focused Pac is a very bad thing for whoever's across from him.
He looks so stupid. I love it.
Oh, I can't wait for this one, guys. This is going to be a heck of a match. What are your early predictions? And you think that,
Team Danglies,
the Bucks continue their dominance? The Bucks continue to dominate the tag division, or do you see maybe a chink in the armor here where our guys can get in? Oh my God! What an intro! What an entrance by the Bucks! Man, these guys are on fire right now.
They got the Danglies and the Fuzzies.
I love this entrance. You got Brandon Cutler with the GoPro cam. Got it all going on.
The only thing missing out of this whole feud is Brandon Cutler doesn't have Danglies hanging off his mask.
I agree. That would be next level.
Yep. I think they bribed this ref again, like they did on BTE. They gave him some fat wad of cash. Yeah, I think we're going to see that play in effect.
Let them continue to cheat.
Frankie.
Continue to let them cheat and do the interfere.
Poor guy. He just doing his job.
Ooh,
Bonds, you're a few seconds ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh no, you guys need to get better cable.
Yeah, you are. You are a few seconds ahead because you are calling out Frankie Kazarian's involved, huh?
Oh, dang. I love it.
Michael Nakazawa.
I loved when he showed up at Double or Nothing.
There we go, Frankie. Beating up Nakazawa. Now you guys.
What if Frankie ultimately cost them the titles?
I like Frankie being – that's a really good call, SPD, after the Bucks destroying SCU.
Yeah, they cost him the titles somehow. He's constantly just lurking.
Yep. Having Frankie be that chaotic, like the Randy Orton type of character, like you never know when he's going to strike. I really like that. Wow. So we just got to watch Penta and Pac both do in perfect synchronization a jump over the top rope, landing on the Bucks to the floor. Penta with his signature chops. SPD, I'm shocked you're not cringing already.
Oh, I already did. You missed it.
Oh, here it comes. Oh, my gosh.
Penta's I think it goes chops. Bonds is ahead, then me, then you. It's like a trickle-down effect. Yeah, Don Callis is gold on commentary, man. You're right, Haas. that guy, everything he does, man, is just genius.
That's something that SP I love when Bonds talks about that a lot. He when their commentary team is so diverse in AEW. I really love
Great.
like Paul White. You have like Don Callis gets his opportunities. Taz. I'm looking forward to seeing if Mark Henry can get an opportunity at some point. I really like what they do. They have a lot of talent that can come in and out on commentary. All right, bell is ringing. The match has officially started after they just beat the shit out of each other. And Pac's gonna have he's gonna want no part of those danglies. He's gonna
They're gone.
Yep.
So you guys like Nick Jackson's new hair color?
Yeah, that nice auburn. That looks really natural. It's awesome.
Do you think they only did that because he grew the beard out and they want to be able to tell them apart?
Man, this is gonna from an in-ring.
You should just get highlights and just go full blown
stupid
Dolph Ziggler blonde.
That'd be
wow. Funny. Nice creative pinfall attempt by Penta. You have this is becoming so normal in the Bucks' reign. Awesome. Is just always like the refs. It feels like they just let them do whatever they want. Oh
yeah, Pac and Penta are on fire right now,
as they should be. They're being presented as absolute killers. The Death Triangle is legit. I'm really geeking out about seeing them getting this kind of offense in on the Bucks. Pac with that spring, that slingshot cutter from the apron over into the ring, taking out Matt Jackson. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
What a match this is to start off Dynamite, guys. I mean, just
how big of a pop do you think DMD is going to get tonight?
Oh, dude, it's gonna be nuts, bro.
Probably the biggest of the night,
especially with everybody getting a free Big Mac.
Well, I don't know. I mean, oh my gosh, the selling by Pac is no one better.
I've been trying. I mean, I'm so glad to have you on board with that. I really feel like he's special at that. It's a real talent.
Yeah, man, he could have been just Mighty Mouse.
Yeah,
so glad
could have been Mighty Mouse in WWE. You're right. Yep, purple cape.
That's A+ booking.
Oof. All right.
No,
I love the Bucks. How do you not like the Young Bucks?
What's I know. When you think about the Bucks and what they're doing right now, this stuff with that they got going on is they're loving this heel vibe.
They made me like Brandon Cutler. Legit, he just does. All he does is spray them.
The cold spray. It's so great.
Yeah. You know, he's spraying their shoes with it.
No, these guys are. You could tell they're enjoying.
We have
what
a
they're
cameo.
Doing.
We got a cameo on screen.
Hey.
Oh. You got your watch along, buddy?
Yeah, well, for long. Squirming.
That's so cute.
Mr. Curious.
Mr. Curious. Speaking of curious, I'm curious as to see.
He has my Apple Watch in his mouth.
Do you think that the Bucks?
Know what time it is.
The Bucks are not losing this match, right?
No.
I mean, even though I love.
Is it even a title match?
Well, that's what makes me want.
Yeah. It's not a title match. I think they could, but.
Well, I think if they do if they do lose, they're gonna somehow be like, it was never a title match, you know.
Oh my gosh, that lariat! I know I'm behind you guys, but that lariat from Pac was just deadly, man. He just almost took off Matt Jackson's head with that. Nick Jackson getting a little action in with these fancy flips. Very impressive, big fella. I like it.
I think Matt obviously, to me, has always been the stronger of the two. And I mean, they're both A+ amazing.
Personality-wise, yeah.
Nick has really grown, especially on the BTE, the trick shots and the stuff like that. I think his personality has grown a lot, and it's been fun to watch.
Oh,
I agree.
People are calling out for a singles run for him at some point. I agree. I think he's
Nick or Matt?
For Nick.
Wow.
I've been seeing it on Twitter a lot.
I feel like Matt's the more natural if that were to happen, just because it feels like he's just he just seems like he's a little bit more comfortable with his character work and stuff. I feel like Nick, though, I agree with SPD. Nick's in-ring work has been getting top notch. It's been getting better and better over this run.
I think as a heel, they're both dominating.
Oh yeah, they're killing it.
Awesome. It's just
I
cool
love
because I've
how
never
Pac
seen
is
that
just
before.
Pac. I love this, like where the Bucks are just. Oh my!
Penta's
I'm
awesome,
telling you,
dude. Jeez.
Oh, yeah.
Pac suplexes are not. They're scary sometimes. Like they are nuts.
This is fun. Like, you know, Penta's usually slows the pace of his matches to kind of do like the showmanship, and this is where we're getting a ton of offense of Penta and less showmanship for now. Oh,
I wish we were all synced, man.
Me
This is
too.
awesome.
Yeah. This is fantastic.
oh,
See, Death Triangle's dominating most of this match.
As they should, brother. I mean, I am such a huge advocate of this crew. Oh my gosh, bro. These code breakers that Penta's been given multiple times, these backstabbers are just nuts. I just think that this group, like personally, from a talent perspective, the Death Triangle is a dream come true. I really. Oh
yeah,
my!
it's like the dream team.
Oh my gosh, guys! This match I knew was going to be.
I was a huge Penta fan.
I knew this
Huge
match was going
Penta
to
fan,
deliver.
then a humongous Ray fan, and
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't get better than those three guys.
Oh, Pac's kicks!
It really doesn't.
Oh my gosh!
What
kicks.
a nut shot!
Oh my gosh, his kicks are. Oh my god! I'm telling you, man, this is. Oh!
Oh my
Wow.
gosh! Wait for this, Crayfish by Penta.
I'm curious to see, like, you know, where the Bucks. That was one of my number one things taken away from Double or Nothing. Where do the Bucks go from here? And if it's
Nick
just a
Nick has lost a tooth.
oh my
Who did?
god!
Nick, either tooth or a dangly.
Oh my gosh! Oh jeez!
Wow!
Dangly gone. Dangly down.
Dangly down.
That double nut
Oh my
shot by Penta
God.
was insane.
Oh, guys, this match. What a way to start this show!
This is
guys.
a paper. This could have been on.
It really
on
could have
pay-per-view.
been.
That's
Really could have been.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you, Lori.
The Canadian Destroyer.
It's my all ego Ethan Page shirt.
Oh my gosh!
Charlie's really into this one.
He just saw two Canadian Destroyers that were insane.
That Canadian Destroyer where Penta ran and jumped off of Pac's back and did a front flip pile driver, that was insane. Oh my gosh, guys. This is brutal.
I mean, this is a
violent
consistent
match.
trend with the Young Bucks. Like when they kick off Dynamite. Oh,
People don't want to give them their due. Guys, the Bucks are really, really freaking good at this. They are
I
really
don't
good
understand
at
people
this.
that don't like the Bucks. You just
I don't
don't like
either.
good wrestling.
Yeah.
You said it really well in your column. Oh my gosh.
if you don't like the Bucks, you can get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
AEW doesn't want you.
You make like a tree and get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Make like a tree and get out of here.
Oh, the chops.
Tony Schiavone just said this line, and it feels like we've said it 40 times during this. What a great way to start tonight's episode of Dynamite. The crowd is hot. This match, those chops.
Dude, I don't see the thing I love about this though. Penta is so great. Oh, here it comes. Penta is so great. Oh, he ripped. Oh my gosh. But he keeps going back and forth, like heel, face. Like, what's it gonna be?
Well, that's
Clearly,
what
crowd is hot for him.
I've been saying this. That's why I think the Death Triangle is such a perfect start to a trios championship. SPD is, if you mix these teams, that crew in a different way, you can go heel, you can go face. Penta and Pac is definitely. Oh my gosh!
Do you think they're doing something like because like Pac is kind of like leaning into that heel stuff now too? So like, is Penta like the mid guy who's like halfway there? Ray Phoenix is the face and Pac is the heel.
That's how I feel. I feel like Penta is like the if you put Penta and Phoenix together, they can lean towards the baby face.
Yeah.
If you put Penta and Pac together, they're the more heel group of this team. I think that's what makes the Death Triangle so great is that if you mix their personalities and in-ring styles together, you can go a whole different route.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Dude, I love that they're playing the Cutler crap. I love it.
Yep.
Especially the BTE stuff. I mean, so great. Oh, man. Is Phoenix going to make his re-debut?
I hope so. This would be a great spot for that. I'm telling you, man, this feud has been what I've been talking about. The Elite versus the Death Triangle versus the Best Friends. This is where this
spraying them with cold spray the whole time.
This is where AEW television should be going, guys. Crayfish is this. If I was Tony Khan, oh man,
the crowd is so hot for Eddie always.
Oh wow, Eddie, yep, making the save.
Look at Cutler spraying them. The cooldown spray is the most ridiculous thing ever. I don't even know what that is.
I have no clue, but it's
so great. He just keeps spraying them and spraying them.
Yeah,
it's just air.
Yeah, cold air. Make cold water air. Yeah. Interesting because like
we gotta get
Excalibur's talking about it as we speak, but you look at Kingston in the ring with Pac and Penta, that those guys have a very storied past together, guys. I mean, you think about
indeed they do.
Like how they were part of
how brutal that feud got with Pac coming back and trying to reclaim his crew. Very interesting to see Eddie Kingston come to the save of Penta and Pac here. Very interesting. Yeah. They have a lot of history. You know that Kingston loves himself some Penta. Maybe if Phoenix was involved in this one, he would have just let the beatdown go to continue. That would have been very good storytelling.
Because only Penta's his real friend.
That's his real friend, right?
Rey Fenix isn't really his buddy.
Right, exactly. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, what an opening!
Looks like a commercial break.
Up next, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, baby.
Somebody's gonna get their wig split. That's for sure.
Good thing Crayfish went off screen because he just stood up and he's not wearing any pants. I could see it on my end over here on the admin.
Well, I'm glad that he's
having vacation real good. Wait, up next is the QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo. All right.
You got to right the wrongs. But
do you think we get back to our regular Wednesday Night Dynamite next week or what?
I think it's Saturday, isn't it?
What?
I think it's going to be Saturday.
They've already announced it?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Saturday, but I might be wrong. Let me look.
Wow. They're getting all crazy.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, NBA.
I know, right? That was sweet with Eddie. So, I mean, I feel like something has to happen where thanks, Huss. So on Busted Open. Eddie, Mox, Death Triangle, like this feud with the Elite is really nice. But is it enough to dethrone someone from the Elite? Do you think so?
It's tough, man. Like the Elite is so hard to guess, like where they're going, like when somebody's going to take control, because it's like, 1 second, there we go. It's so hard to guess, like when one of them is going to go down, because the Elite, we all expected them to have some losses at the pay-per-view and they didn't.
Sure.
So, this could be the year of just like the Elite ends up dominating the whole time. And I wouldn't be surprised. But also it could happen any week where they lose and then it just changes the whole complexion of everything.
Sure.
That's what's great about AEW is they're not setting up anything where I'm like, oh man, like this is definitely going to be it. I thought that was the case. And then they put me back in check at Double or Nothing because this doesn't.
That is true. That is true. We all kind of anticipated the landscape to get changed, and maybe we were too soon on that because, like, it does feel like maybe it's early spring. They need to wait till it warms up a little bit before they change the landscape and things come into bloom. Honest to God, like it does seem like, I mean, when we talk about it, SPD, you said it very early on. It felt like Kenny Omega, this was going to be the year of Kenny, and he's going to have the title for a long time. And right. Bonds, like when you say it, you and I talk about this post Double or Nothing, the heel tendencies of the Bucks. This is the best work we've seen out of the Bucks in AEW. Why pull the plug on them right now? Let them keep running it. Let these guys tear it up and through the summer, and then when we get closer to
danglies.
And when we get closer to the end of the year, you let them, then drop the belts and maybe some things start to transition. I think that would be a very interesting, cool story down the road.
Lampshade on.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but my lampshade on.
I gotta get English for it.
We got all ego crayfish.
You know it, baby.
Then we got the wingman lampshade bonds. Then a
Mark
varsity
Henry.
trio. All right, so sexual chocolates coming out.
Big.
You have a DVR, Bonds?
So, guys, let's talk about it before.
What are you watching on? Can you pause it for like 5 seconds?
No, I'm watching this on cable.
Oh.
Before we get into what Mark Henry has to say, guys, what would you like to see him? You want to see him in commentary? You want to see him as a manager? What do you think?
He's an analyst. Commentary, so he can be kind of the face of the new
Rampage
show.
Okay. I also think that if you had him paired up with Jade, I think that would be an amazing combo. If you
they already squashed that with Max.
I know with Mark Sterling, but maybe
Mark Sterling, yeah. Whatever. The big man Mark Henry. Maybe though they're gonna change it.
What if he turned into like a commissioner of there or something, like a booker for Rampage?
Wait a minute, playa.
Mark's looking good. Big Mizark, he's looking sharp, man. I like the nice pink shirt underneath that suit jacket.
Yeah, you are a salmon guy, though, bro. You should get that combo going, bro, for the next cruise.
I like it.
Next cruise, bro.
Sexual Chocolate's always had style, man. I like this dude. Good, and he's a smart mind for the business too. So
indeed,
good pickup by AEW.
I'm hearing Mark Henry through somebody's TV.
Not here to fix AEW.
That's me. I'll turn it down in a second. I gotta physically do it on
broken.
TV.
I like that. Ain't that the truth?
Oh.
So I want to say, this is one of the first things that came to mind when they signed Mark Henry is, continuing that relationship with Busted Open. Talk about the forbidden door with Tony Khan. Very smart business move. You know that Busted Open's going to speak very well about AEW moving forward with big Mark Henry being involved.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, no. I hear Vicky in the background.
He works so good with the crowd. Oh, I can't stand her. It's deafening.
I love how Eddie Guerrero's wife ends up being like this amazing, heel out of nowhere, just because she's her voice.
Man, she is so money with a live crowd, isn't she? All she needs to say is "excuse me" over and over again, and people will give her such heat. It's great.
Oh, I can't stand her.
Tony, you're excused. Oh my god, I know I'm behind, but my god, is that funny?
Oh gosh, piercing. Her voice is so piercing.
Oh, it's awful. Oh my god. Uh-oh.
You're gonna poop your pants in a
second.
second.
It, Bonds?
Nope.
For like 10 seconds?
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Oh, shh.
Bro, is Andrade?
Andrade.
Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my!
He looks like an absolute Conor McGregor stud.
Oh, he's a star, man. I told you if I could get anybody, that's a top guy, bro. I told you this is a top. This is a top guy right here.
Great way to keep the buzz going.
Walking the walk right now, brother.
Dude, that's a sick suit too, man.
He looks like $1 million, dude.
Look at that suit.
SPD, your dream is Charlotte Flair in AEW one day. This is the bridge to that, maybe, brother. Andrade looking like a freaking. I told you, SPD. I know that you haven't been you haven't seen his work. Just on look alone, this dude looks like $1 million, man.
He does.
Lucha Libre. Yeah. I love this pairing with Vicky, too. Oh, this is fantastic, guys.
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Wow. That's a bombshell.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at he's styling and profiling, dude.
Wow. Andrade.
Styling and profiling.
New face of All Elite Wrestling. Dude, this guy's got what it takes. You put him in the ring with Kenny Omega. Sign me up, man.
I knew you're gonna be stoked, dude. That's why.
I mean, we're gonna see that. This is wow.
Wow.
El Idolo.
AEW has never once taken their foot off the gas.
Nope.
No.
Dude, they're going for it. This company is definitely going for it, man. They could have easily, like, already everybody says their roster's already so stacked and stuff. Like, they could have kept, like, just going with the stars that they have. You could tell AEW is going all in, bro. Yeah. They're not like they are not taking the pedal off the gas. Buckle up.
That's our new slogan for Dynamite Download. Buckle up,
bro. I mean, they're like a signing like that, and
that's huge.
That's huge. That is a huge move by AEW. That is a shocker. Wow.
We just saw Mark Henry, Leo Rush, and Andrade show up on AEW television in the last week.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot to say right there. I mean, it's unbelievable what this company is willing to do to put out an incredible product. You can tell they see, and you can, Bonds, I know, like, the blood is in the water with WWE right now. Like, like, this is like WWE's been this big, great white shark, and it's been dominating North American wrestling and basically global wrestling for a long time. And you could tell that shark's got a little, it's bleeding
getting
a little bit
gray on it. And
the youngsters are coming, man. AEW they smell the blood in the water. This is ripe for the picking. This company, they smell it. They smell it. They smell the blood in the water, man, and they're coming after them, dude. You could see it when you're making moves like this. You know it. Like they're not before the end of this year. Watch and see. I would not be shocked if Dynamite beats Raw in ratings. I really would not be surprised. I would not be shocked at all if they
Raw
took
keeps
over.
paying 1.5 million. I mean, like, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I mean, the quality of the product is just so different, man. Like, this show flies by. Those 3 hours of Raw, they're
like a week.
And what's going to be beautiful about all this, dude, is, I know that AEW gets some critiques for bringing in former WWE guys. What's going to be beautiful about this is watch these former WWE guys blow up. And all that's going to do is show, like, wow, WWE just didn't know how to use this talent. They had, WWE has had a gluttony of talent that they just let sit and waste away. And, you see Jon Moxley, how different he is than when he was Dean Ambrose. I mean, there is a lot of talent on this roster, and I think Andrade is going to be one of those guys, man. He's going to change the landscape of AEW moving forward, man. This is going to be a guy who absolutely will be putting on some banger matches in AEW before we know it.
Oh,
well,
man,
it's funny that people like to say, like, oh, man, like they're hiring all these WWE guys, but it's like they're bringing in people that everybody wanted to see. It's like, yeah, okay, so now you're getting to see them on TV and used, so you should be happy.
Right,
they weren't being used.
You're absolutely right, Bonds. It's not. I mean, it's not like they're signing, like, no offense, but the Jackson Rikers or something like. They're not taking, like, what's his name, the cool dude who used to do the manga dance,
Fandango.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of talent that AEW could pick up, and they're not. They're going after the studs. What do we see here?
A bunch of boos from the crowd.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. We're seeing Cody out here, eh?
Yeah.
American flag as his screen. Man, he is leaning into this. Like it really hardcore patriotic aesthetic with Cody right now. See, now here's the thing. You feel like Cody and Shotty Lee lose this match. Do you feel like that, like, oh, all of a sudden, like, that negates what happened to Double or Nothing?
No, because it was a pay-per-view.
Right. I have a feeling that they're going to take the L here, though. What do you guys think? I'll bet you a boop that these guys lose. Yeah, I think we're all on the same page that you got to give the Factory momentum. And that's what's probably going to happen tonight, right? You see the Factory winning this match and then winning the bull rope match tonight. You guys agree? Or
yeah, if you want to reestablish a awesome heel group, you need to do that. Agreed.
I'm so glad. Like, we didn't talk about it enough, but I am so glad that Cody got his old music back. Kingdom is so much better than the Snoop Dogg version. Oh my God, was that brutal? It was hard to sit through.
Yeah,
good stuff.
It was bad.
Here we go, baby.
Tell you what, man, dude, Lee Johnson looks like a different cat a year ago to today, man. He is so much more, like, you could tell he's putting in the work, dude. He looks like a star now. He's got that physical presence to him. Man, I hope QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo just beat the crap out of him though here. You know, this is a dream team for me right now. I love QT Marshall and Ogogo's work. I'm hoping that this is a convincing W for the Factory.
Yeah.
I hope so too.
I want it to be a 15-second one-punch match.
I will support that, honestly.
I don't see it happening, but
no, it's not. It's gonna be a real match.
Oh, not for fans like this. Here we go.
Come on, guys. Look at QT. He's leading us off, huh?
Oh. Oh, you're gonna love what JR just said, Cray. You hear that?
He's a cross. Yeah. Tony Soprano vibes for sure, man. I love it. There's no doubt that QT has been killing it with the bada bing Tony Soprano vibe. I've been loving that character work by him. And that's why I'm so behind the Factory. I think that this is such a great, like, example of guys, you know, really getting, like, doing the work to get themselves over. You know, like, a lot of people, like, QT Marshall was just another name. You know, he wasn't, and now he's got a full character and he's great on the mic. He's got great mannerisms. It's just a complete transformation in my interest of him as a character. And that's a testimony to him, man. He knows he found something. It's
hard work.
Working. Put in the work.
You guys like Cody's gear tonight?
Tell me about it.
The leopard print tights.
Yeah.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Sparkly leopard print tights.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, it is. It's very, Well, Ogogo's about to knock some of those sparklies off of his tights because he was getting him with some nice uppercuts. Hey, look at QT getting some shots in. All right. Oh, no.
Oh.
Cody. What's the end game on this feud, man? I don't get it at this point, guys. That's the only thing I'm struggling with. What is the end game of this feud? Because, like, QT has already lost to Cody. Like, what's the blow off of this one? I feel like they've already given us the blow off.
Yeah, I don't know why it's continuing, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, the ultimate blow off would have been leader versus leader, kind of like the Inner Circle. I think will be MJF versus Chris Jericho, but we already had QT versus
the first
Cody.
match.
We already had the Haas versus the leader again. Like, I think the only thing that you can really excel the Factory is if they essentially just put the Nightmare Factory on the shelf for a while. Like, they injure
somebody.
Cody,
They did that to Cody, right? They did that to Cody. They took him out with that chair shot.
I know.
Debuted,
like,
you know?
I don't know what the end game is. I mean, I'm enjoying where it's at right now.
Enjoy the journey. It's about the journey, not the destination, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't get picture in picture. We're getting picture in picture now.
Wow, QT slapped the shit out of Johnson right there. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Do you think this is just a feud to like build up some of these guys, to give them their start, kind of thing? It might just be, hey, we're gonna give you spotlight against some top opponents. Like they're gonna do the same thing for Johnson with, the Nightmare family, and have the factory kind of do that with their 3 young guys, and just kind of get everybody kind of on TV, get a couple feuds going and that kind of stuff.
It makes sense what you said. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. When this crew first debuted, my favorite part about it was like, okay, it's giving guys like Nick Camarado and QT Marshall stories, because all of us across the board, when we saw Nick on screen, we were like, wow, this guy needs to be on screen more, right? Yeah. But it's like, so it at least gave him some character motivations and kind of established a reason why he should be on the show more, and it's giving him opportunities against Dustin's a great pro, man. He's going to have a great opportunity tonight. Yeah, I mean, Anthony Ogogo, before the factory was a thing, Anthony Ogogo would never have a match against Cody, right? That wouldn't have happened. True. So that is a good point by you, Bonds, that like, just if at the end of this whole thing, if the worst thing that comes out of it is that we got to see these young guys getting good opportunities and big moments to go against established stars, there are worse things, right? There are worse things than that.
All right, what's the over-under odds of us seeing a Venus Razor tonight commercial?
We didn't last Friday.
I know.
Yeah, I think that maybe we called them out, and that maybe they've pulled off their sponsorship.
Maybe they're waiting to have us,
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. That's a good point. But like, it could be just because they're working. They want to work out a deal with the Dynamite Download crew.
It's true.
Well, they did contact us to be like, hey, we want you guys to be our top representatives right now.
But we're waiting. We counter offered them, so we're waiting for our final approval.
Nothing's in stone yet, Bonds. Yeah. Let's just be honest. You're gonna.
I don't want to give away any of our negotiating tactics.
A few samples they sent us, so I know Crayfish used them on his weekend trip. So
it.
That's why all Ego Crayfish is trying out sample razors.
You got to clean up if you're going skinny dipping. It's what you got to do.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, while the commercial break has been going, QT's really been working on some nice sleeper holds on Shoddy Lee.
Don't worry, when it comes back, he'll lose all momentum.
All right, good. Perfect. That's exactly what I expect out of the factory at this point.
Yeah.
Love hearing the comments in the chat right now. Scoot, appreciate that. And we can't tell you enough how much we appreciate the Dynamite Download family. It's really awesome.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yes.
It's really, this is a highlight of our week. Just us three we're all brothers, me, SPD, and Bonds. We're all best friends, and it's a really highlight for us. But to be able to share that with an amazing crew of fellow fans and to meet so many awesome people, it's pretty awesome, guys. I really love what we got going on here. Giving me all the warm fuzzies inside. I love it.
Couldn't agree more, brother.
So Cody's putting a night, like you said, Bonds, fresh out the commercial break. All I'm seeing is Cody beating the hell out of QT Marshall in the corner. It's a beautiful thing. Really cool. Am I supposed to start turning on Cody? I know I'm the heel of the group. Am I supposed to start turning on him? Is that the intent of this whole thing? Am I supposed to hate? Am I supposed to hate him?
It's definitely what it's starting to happen. I'm turning on him.
I mean, your point about how he was gloating, Bonds, they haven't said anything like this on TV, and I think that maybe they should lean into it. But your point about him gloating about beating Anthony Ogogo, acting like that, throwing himself a parade basically for beating a guy who's been a wrestler for 2 months, when he's been doing this for 20 years, and his dad is one of the greatest of all time. It kind of comes off as really douchey
and heelish.
It comes off as a real douche move. Imagine if it wasn't if Anthony Ogogo wasn't doing the British stuff. If it was just this is a young kid who had a was an Olympic boxer, tried to reinvent his career, rehabbed from a broken orbital bone, comes back, and then he's trying to make a name for himself, and this 20-year vet beats him and
has a parade.
Yeah, and has a parade afterwards, and just rubs his nose in it after the pay-per-view. I don't know, man. It makes me wonder. Ogogo came flying in and broke up that figure four. That was a beautiful SPD. You said it. Double or nothing for a boxer. This guy's got some high flying moves to him, doesn't he?
I mean, we know he, like I said, we know he could walk the walk, talk the talk, but we didn't know he could frog splash his
Fly
way.
the fly. He could fly the fly.
Yeah, clearly fly the fly.
Well, again with the Ogogo stuff too. I even said this before. If Ogogo was American and did the exact same stuff that he did, he would be the face.
You're right.
It's just because we're Americans. He's got to fly. He's got to fly like an eagle, like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Oh.
Have we established what Ogogo's finishing move is? Is it the punch? Because Cody withstood like 7 of his
knockout punch. Yeah.
Is that his finisher? Okay. I was gonna say he did show off an Olympic slam at Double or Nothing, which was really cool. That was his finisher. I would like that.
There you go, bro. Yes. There we go. It's exactly what needed to happen. Exactly what needed to happen.
Knocked his
redemption. The governor, baby.
The governor.
It's exactly what needed to happen. Do you
So
think it's hot in Jacksonville right now?
If Aaron Solo plays into this role of of the group, I would be all for it. Just him being like the total every group needs a guy like that. Just like the total punk.
You need their hook.
Yeah, they need the hook. I agree. They need that guy who's just like a total thorn in the side type of character. I'm all for it. It's nice to see QT get the pin on Cody, though. It's well deserved after the great work that he's put in with this group.
Yep.
Who am I hearing in the back? Is that MJF?
QT, baby.
All right. I like it. QT getting the mic? Yeah, baby. I told you all I could do it. I could beat Cody. I love it, QT. I told you.
Oh, that's funny.
QT's so good, man. His character work is on point, guys.
Tony Soprano, baby.
I like how he's gloating now. That's exactly what we needed to see. I told you all I could do it after they cheated to win. That's what we should have seen already at some point. There's Cody. He's going to be all right. I like that crew, though, man. QT and Ogogo.
It worked.
I did it on my own. Lean into that, man. That's pure comedy, man. I love that. I did it.
It's me, all me. I did.
That's exactly what we need to see more of. Everybody comes out looking better when that kind of segment happens.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, you're not burying a stable that way.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, Scoot and I are on the same page. I think that the Homelander is a very intriguing character dynamic if Cody starts to lean into that. Just like this uber patriotic, bad guy who doesn't know he's a bad guy makes a lot of sense. And it's certainly he's starting to do that.
Get it yet.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see it though, Bonds. I think that that entrance for Stadium Stampede was pretty special.
What are you guys getting a really weird all the stuff they're cutting to is having really weird lag in it.
Yeah, I think it
is that on purpose?
Maybe because WWE used to always do that shit when they were do a pay-per-view, so you could rebuy it or something. They won't do a full clip. Yeah, remember they would do just screenshots.
The Nightmare Family versus the Factory. Ryan, I know we're looking at this recap of Stadium Stampede.
Here we go.
I'm all for gang warfare. I'm all for it. So if we got a match where it was the true Nightmare Family versus the Factory down the road, I'd be all for it. They've shown a good they've done a nice job of portraying groups and gang battles in AEW. This song, dude, oh man. Judas is such a fun one to sing along to, man.
It is, man.
You are innocence personified. Hey, SPD, what was for dinner tonight, bro?
Tacos.
Oh, no kidding. My wife had some tacos. I made her some tacos for dinner tonight, too. What kind of tacos did you have, bro?
Ground beef.
Beef. Speaking of beef, do you think that we'll see the War Dog come and the Pinnacle interrupt this segment, or do you think this is going to be all about the Inner Circle tonight?
I think you have to do something, I feel like.
All right. What have I become now that I betrayed everyone I've ever loved?
Oh, man, it's awesome hearing the crowd sing along with it. Oh, it's so
we got to make it happen, man. We got to make that happen.
We do.
Get to an AEW show. I have a feeling like
Chicago is pretty close.
I think All Out would be a great way to go, personally.
Let's go.
Let's do it. AEW Dynamite download fan base out there. Would you do an All Out Dynamite download party? How cool would that be? La Champions. I really love the blood on Jericho's jacket. He is the jacket god, isn't he?
He is. Outfit god.
Outfit god.
I love the Warriors reference. It's so
Those
funny.
jackets are sweet.
They got free shirts.
Man, we should have gone. We could have gotten free shirts.
But DMD is going to do the Big Mac. One up them.
That's sweet.
Do you think
Check
Sharonica
on your
got
receipt.
that
You get a
shirt?
free Big Mac.
So Sharonica gets a free Big Mac and a free Stadium Stampede shirt.
Wow, talk about worth the price of admission.
Wow, you're going there for free at this point. You're going there for free.
Approved SPD. That looks gorgeous.
Second one?
Wow.
Yeah. Second one.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That looks awesome.
What have I become? Wow. So Jericho just put over Sammy pretty hard, eh?
He has been. You could
He's
tell
the
it.
star out of this, man.
We've been trying to say it, man. Like I love how all this group. I love how the group has gotten their individual opportunities to shine. But Sammy is.
I love Sammy, but I don't love his haircut. It's definitely unique.
It is.
It was interesting because I think at the show, like I caught this when they were holding him up, and I think Jericho said like this was for you or something. It was something like that where he said something. I couldn't tell what he said.
I do it. I mean, Jericho recruited him.
Yeah.
So it's like his son. Yeah. And it's great. Yeah. Santana, baby.
That dude is. I love Santana, man.
Me too, man.
You got that. He oozes cool, man.
Yep.
He oozes cool, bro. Santana oozes.
Who's cooler,
cool.
Santana or Andrade?
They're different kinds of cool, man. Santana's got that like street cool.
You need that hat, Crayfish.
I do. Dude, Santana was so good on the mic. This promo by Santana is funny.
I love Santana, man.
He brings that nastiness to it, dude. Are we gonna see FTR and Santana Ortiz?
Please main event the world with that one.
I want that so
Dude,
bad.
this is. I mean, we're not. This is like still in the winter harvest of the feud. We're not even in the spring bloom.
This Inner Circle Pinnacle shit is far from over.
The winter harvest.
Love it.
Oh. Whoa.
Big Jake laying down the law.
Whoa. Ho, ho, ho.
Yep.
He laid it down. He pulled out Wardlow's man card.
Wow. He's calling for Wardlow in an MMA ring.
Wow.
I'm genuinely in shock right now. Like that is a huge
awesome.
moment. And wow. Dude, I love that.
Yeah. We need Dynamite download leather vests.
No kidding. Wow,
Yeah.
I can definitely hear you. But I can hear it. I'm hearing it 3 times. This is awesome.
It's worth hearing 3 times.
It is.
So damn good.
Really like how this feud is not ending after that. That was
I would have cried if it ended. I literally would have shed a tear.
Yep.
A man tear.
Wow, what a freaking promo this is. The GOAT on the mic, baby. Jericho is killing it. So after this segment, we're already getting seeds planted for MJF versus Jericho one-on-one again. Wardlow versus Hager in an MMA match. Santana and Ortiz going against FTR. I mean, this is what we're talking about, guys. This is what we wanted. This is where it's at. Love it.
This is why Jericho is the GOAT. Never, ever be over.
Ever. I like it.
Look at Ortiz. Fucking Ortiz.
He's staring at the camera the whole time. It's funny.
He's smart.
Yep.
AEW is on the rise, guys. I mean, they have such a great blend of like awesome vets like this and like young stars that are coming up. I just am getting goosebumps watching.
Dude, all of us have been on the train since day one, man. This is a fun ride to be a part of.
I like it, Jericho. Jericho be the first guy to put an L on MJF's record, huh?
That would be great. I thought it'd be Sammy, but
I did too. But
I think it still could be Sammy. But either way, Jericho or Sammy, it's going to be Summer of Violence.
Summer of Violence.
I'm okay with that too,
dude. I am really excited about what's going to come out of all this. This is exactly what needed to happen. So pumped. You're going to see.
Oh. All right. Bathroom break for me. Be right back.
Santana Ortiz versus FTR. Hager versus Wardlow in a MMA bout, like in a cage, dude. That'll is next level, bro. That is a serious call out. Like that is no joke. So going forward, we know that we're going to have Christian Cage and Jungle Boy against Private Party, which will be a nice, fun little match. I think that'll be a lot of cool in-ring stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
We still know that we have the DMD coronation, which should be the main event. Let's be honest. That's the draw of tonight's show. You have the actual main event, which is going to be Dustin versus Nick Camarato in a bull rope match, that's going to be a violent, physical match. It's going to be really
cover
fun.
His eyes the whole time. I can't watch. No,
I can't see that blood. So what a second hour we have in store for us. I mean, all that happened. I mean, you look at everything that just transpired in the first hour. It's just crazy.
Mark Henry.
Andrade, Mark Henry. Yeah, I mean, absolutely wild.
That first match was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at, man. I mean, I that first match, the Bucks versus Death Triangle. What a way to – and at that point too, Bonds, it's like you and I have talked a lot about it. AEW they put a lot of segments in their shows. Like they jam-pack a lot of character work, a lot of segments. And when you have a match like the Bucks versus Death Triangle to start off your show, the wrestling portion of your show gets a check mark. You know what I mean? For the guys like me who love the work rate and love just badass – awesome wrestling, that gets a check mark, and the rest of the show is just gravy, right? Like, I mean, if you put on a match like that with that kind of talent, that kind of performance, there's no bumming me out as a wrestling fan after that. No. You know what I mean? So they really killed it with that, and then all this great character work that's happened throughout the show. I'm buzzing now about leading into the second hour, knowing that FTR and Santana Ortiz, these dream matches that I have that I've been thinking about and talking about on Dynamite Download with all of you, AEW sees this. AEW definitely knows what they're doing with long-term storytelling. And
they know what they have.
They know what they have. It's like, you know how frustrated I used to get sometimes when I would be a fan of a certain guy? I mean, Miro is a good example. A fan of his in NXT, wondering if he's going to get that chance to get over. Pac, my favorite wrestler on the planet. You know, you joked around about it, but when he debuted on the main roster, they wanted him to be like Mighty Mouse with a purple cape. And the present, you're just like, does AEW get what they have? Do they see the special talent that they have? And they do. Like, they have, instead of FTR doing some of the silly things that WWE had them do, you have FTR engaged in a blood feud with LAX, basically, with Santana Ortiz. You have these guys beating the hell out of each other rather than taking a diarrhea medicine from the Usos. Like, that was literally a story that they used to do, that they got X-Lax mixed into their pre-workout drinks. And now you move from that goofy, corny BS to this, where they're in a blood feud with Santana Ortiz. It doesn't get better than this, guys. Like, AEW definitely sees the talent that they have and how to build it, and that is what makes this company so exciting moving forward.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's so fun to watch.
Ooh, what is going on with Orange Cassidy?
I'm trying to hear.
Sorry, Pee-wee. We can't just sit and listen the whole time. We actually have a show.
I missed it. What did he say?
Said it's not over, bro.
I can't wait for that rematch. It'll be fun. It'll be almost like a lumberjack with best friends outside.
You think this is over? It's not. I love Kenny, man. The work he's doing with Don Callis is so money right now.
Next Friday. Friday Night Dynamite again. They just announced it. There we go.
I like it.
Wow.
I like it.
Kenny's injured. Oh, no.
We got Michael hot in the jock.
Jungle Man. These guys are great.
I really like Kenny's point, Bonds, to your point with like Orange Cassidy Jungle Boy winning the Battle Royal. Was like Kenny just kind of talked some smack. Like, who was in that Battle Royal that like I was really scared of? You know what I mean? Like, that was a good point by him.
And that's what we were talking about last week, like during our review show. It was like there's only a couple options really that we saw as realistic.
So it's really a funny way to undercut his opponent.
This is hilarious.
Whoa.
Can you still hear my TV? Right, Fish?
No, you're good.
All right.
I love it.
All right. When we're done with the show, we got to see or give us our top performer and top pop. Top pop of the night.
I know. I think I already know what that's going to be.
The DMD.
Maybe before the show I would have said that, but I don't know now.
JB's getting crazy. Wow. Well, Andrade too. Great point.
That's what I mean. Yeah, after that debut, man, that might be the big pop.
Did they even say his name?
Yeah.
What'd they say for him?
Andrade something. Yeah.
Oh.
Jungle Boy, dude. I can't wait to be live for that. That's one of the best entrances for AEW. Put those hands in the air, baby.
They're milking this entrance for sure.
As they should.
Yeah, they know what they have.
Everybody out there, give me a little JB. If you're at home with having a drink or two for Friday night fights, give me a little JB. Let's all get out to the dance floor, a little dance break, give ourselves a little JB.
Who's that
action.
scrub in the crowd with the cowboy hat on?
I wish Mitch was here. We'll have a sub in for Mitch. Little sub in for Mitch, getting in on the action for JB. Christian Cage coming out, AEW record of 3-0. Outworking everybody, folks. Here he comes. And how fitting that he's paired with Jungle Boy, because Christian always, this is his move. Here we go. I can't. All my peeps out there.
I know.
All my peeps out there. All my peeps out there. Give me a little. It's a perfect fit. It's a perfect pairing.
Like dad and son doing the same thing.
Yeah. I wish that they came out together and they just both did the same thing. That would have been perfect. I love it. Hardy family. You know what, guys? I know I'm the heel of this group, but I love Private Party with Matt Hardy, man. I love that.
It's
they're
perfect
so
pairing.
Great. They went from being kind of like a generic high flyer babyface team to like really having a lot of character and swagger to their entrances.
Love it.
I mean, they're going to be wrestling in khakis tonight, folks. Just love what they got going on here. You can tell that
he's wearing two watches tonight.
Isaiah Cassidy, especially. I mean, Marquine early on in the Private Party days, he looked like he was the one, like the Shawn Michaels of the group. Isaiah Cassidy has totally blown up since two watches. He has totally blown up since they've turned heel, man. Like, just looks so much more natural and confident and happy in this role. It's so great. Two watches, baby.
It's like they're Best Buy workers and wrestling in the ring or something.
How do you wrestle in a button-down shirt and khakis? That is impressive. Maybe that's going to be their downfall tonight, SPD. Maybe the khakis might stop them from doing a top rope move. Just
too many pleats in the pants are going to prevent them.
Pleats in the pants. Oh man,
They weren't pleated enough.
No.
There you go, Saturday night the 26th.
Wow.
So next Friday, the 11th. So they're not live for 2 weeks. That's crazy. Or 3 weeks.
Yeah. Man, these guys wow. Is this going to be a glorified squash? I mean, it's right now the way this match is shaping up. Private Party is just getting absolutely manhandled from what I'm seeing.
So I'm really confused. I'm really curious about AEW's scheduling right now. It's kind of bad timing, these playoffs, especially off the hottest pay-per-view they've ever had. Like, are they next Friday Dynamite, and then what are they, back to Wednesday, then Saturday? Like, they're all over the place.
They're getting jerked around a lot for sure.
That's why they're moving to TBS.
They are getting curtain jerked.
That's why they're getting moved to TBS, and it makes sense because, I mean, you got to think, like, they bumped Dynamite to 10 o'clock. To 10 o'clock Eastern tonight for the NBA playoffs, and then like there wasn't a game on. They just had Ready Player One on instead. It was just like, really?
Yeah, why just have them on at 8? Like,
right, because they were planning for the pay-per-view. They were planning for the NBA playoffs, and it didn't work out. You know, like
I'd be pissed.
Right, it bumped them from their time slot
for no
real reason. You know, I mean, but
I think they should take turns. NBA sucks anyway.
Hey, I'm not a big NBA guy.
Who cares? Just have all the games start at 2 a.m. Half of them are on the West Coast anyway.
Right.
Who cares?
NBA, unlike AEW, you can catch all that you need to see in an NBA game in the last
30 seconds.
2 minutes. Yeah, the last 2 minutes of the game. I gotta say, man, Private Party, like they are impressive. I really like their work, man. These guys are very promising young tag team. Lori is not a fan of them working in, and that's got to be so, like working in khakis and a long sleeve button up shirt.
So uncomfortable.
They got to be so hot in Florida, like that's insane, man.
Would you rather wrestle? Would you rather wrestle in Private Party's gear or MJF's rhinestone pants?
Bro, I was listening back to our Double or Nothing review, and those rhinestone like Burberry jean tights that he had were hideous. Like they weren't even, they were hideous. They were awful. Oh my god, the red rhinestones. Poor guy. I don't know who thought that was cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, Isaiah is selling.
Oh, interesting.
You're right, Zero Prime. It is true. There's more money.
Big money in NBA. We get it. Yeah, we get it. With LeBron and the Lakers getting knocked out in the first round, I don't know, man. The NBA's needs to get that star power. Dame Lillard sounds like he's depressed.
Oh, jeez.
He's all sad.
He sounds like he's
made too much money in the last couple of years. He's too sad.
He's bummed out, man. NBA's got a lot of storylines going on, but none more interesting than AEW. I'll say that.
No.
I mean, you try to put a inner circle versus pinnacle storyline in the NBA, it won't work. You try to put a DMD in the NBA, it won't work.
That's the truth, bro. There's no bigger star in NBA than the DMD. I'll say that right now. I'll put my money on that. I'll put a spray tan on it. Giannis has nothing on the DMD. Nothing. Bring it. You think that Giannis can cut a promo like the DMD?
No.
I don't think so. Love it.
We got to figure out AEW's schedule so we can start restructuring our weeks. You know?
This is crazy. I think it's gonna be Friday, Saturday.
I hear you guys have the Lisa Loeb commercial going. Now that is really cool. I haven't heard that enough on TV lately.
One free Big Mac.
Wow. The DMD.
It's the hashtag
DMD the BMB Big Mac Brit. I love it. Love it.
I wish the McDonald's by me was open. I could go for a Big Mac right now.
Yeah, dude. Doesn't that sound good? A little Big Mac action, bro. I like that.
Big Mac.
Charlotte Flair just tweeted this.
Telling you,
That's
bro.
awesome.
Like I'm telling you right now, Andrade going to AEW. Your dream of maybe seeing Charlotte in AEW one day, SPD, could come true.
Can you imagine the hate? Oh, it'll be awesome.
I mean, it's not that crazy. I mean, obviously, we all think like Charlotte feels like a WWE property, right? Like she is is that, right? But like when you start thinking about it, like her dad was more than happy to bounce around and make that coin.
Her dad wasn't a WWE guy to start. Like he was a territory man.
Right. Like
sure.
I get her loyalties to the 4 horsewomen and all that. But man,
but it's got to be on both sides, man. Her husband got fired.
Clearly, WWE doesn't have loyalty to anybody. I mean, I don't know, man. That would be very fascinating. It could happen, bro. Charlotte would be a game changer in the women's division. That is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I agree with you, SPD. I know she gets a lot of hate, but I think the Queen is legit, man.
You imagine her debuting as a heel against Britt? Face Britt?
Oh, so true.
Oh, wow.
That'd be amazing.
Woo-hoo. All right, I'm gonna go get a refill. I'll be right back. You fellas enjoy this commercial break.
Cray is being salty, Lori. You're back live?
Yep.
Dang, you might have are you watching on Fight TV?
No, just TNT. I wish I was watching on Fight, no commercials.
I know.
Great. Oh, they're hilarious.
Yeah, Ruckus posted that the private party's T-Mobile. You guys now.
Oh,
they sell phones during the day and they wrestle at night.
that's their day job is selling mobile phones.
Is Mark Queen's zipper open?
That'd be freaking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
They both have their zippers down during the match. They have to wear these stupid khakis the whole time. Where's Jungle Boy at, man?
I don't know. I missed it, and I was too mesmerized by the commercials and PMP.
Yeah, dude, they're just very distracting. I'm just waiting for our favorite commercial to come back.
The crowd was hot when they when Hardy and Christian were in the ring together on the the Royal Battle Royale. They wanted to see that. I hope so, Scoot. We were talking about it as a team, like. Of the recent WWE releases, I asked the guys what two superstars would you want to join AEW, and I said Aleister Black and Ruby Riott because add a little bit of edge to that and some of the stuff for that. And Bonds, who did you say?
I had Buddy Murphy and Ruby Riott.
Riott, you had Buddy Murphy and Ruby Riott. Who did Crayfish have? I guess maybe we'll have to ask him. I forgot.
I'm pretty sure it was. No, he didn't. He definitely didn't want Braun.
No one. We all agreed Braun isn't an AEW fit.
No,
I liked what he did and developed, and who he developed into WWE. Like this big Groot, and then now multiple champion. And I liked it, but his style of matches and his style isn't to me AEW.
He's
vibe.
all WWE from He's
maybe Impact if he goes and feuds with Big Cass or I'm not following Impact. Maybe that, but. This high energy, homegrown, young, fun talent, Jungle Boy-esque. You can't see Jungle Boy and Braun going head to head. It just doesn't work.
I'd like to see him in the Indies for a little while if he ever does that. If he ever does come to AEW, I want to see him do some other stuff first, 100%. Right. I don't want him to come straight here. It would just be
no. I don't think it's necessary.
No,
I think the crowd would pop more for a Ruby Riott. Maybe she forms her own squad again in some aspect of it as well.
That'd be fun.
It would. And I think it needs women's division does need a little bit more help. Crayfish, who were the 2 WWE releases that you wanted in there when I asked you guys?
Well, I said the ones that made the most sense were obviously Lana, because
Lana.
her role with Miro, and Buddy Murphy. I obviously I those are the ones that make the most sense to me. I would love to see Ruby Riott added to the women's division. I think that she'd be a nice. I'd like to see kind of like her getting an opportunity similar to what Bonds and I have talked about with Serena Deeb. Like,
right,
clearly a very well respected worker in the ring, a very intelligent, smart, hard worker, and can put on a great match with just about anybody. So I'd like to see Ruby Riott added to the women's division, but I think Buddy Murphy would be my top pick, man. I think Buddy versus Kenny, Buddy versus Pac. The roster that the AEW has, I would absolutely love to see Buddy Murphy get an opportunity in AEW.
Oh,
guy's a freak in the ring, man. Absolutely amazing.
Here we go. Anytime I think of the snare trap, I think of Uncle Dax tapping out and how awesome that was. All right, guys.
That Dax feud with Jungle Boy was one of the feuds that really put JB over. I really think
is this going to be your moment? Does Team Taz come out? Or does it suck the energy out of the crowd or no?
That snare trap, man.
I don't know, man. We'll see. They didn't say anything about them being on the show this week, so there might be a little gap, which I wouldn't mind. Let it simmer a little bit. Matt Hardy, you dastardly devil.
Team Taz being the wet blanket is such a great play. They definitely need to be the wet blanket. That's what they do well. Taz just coming out and making everybody not happy.
He's so good, man.
Uh-oh. Oh, here we go.
Christian looks like he died. Oh, no.
Look at Hardy, man. Sockless Hardy. I love it.
Never mind. Here's a Team Taz promo right now, I think.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You guys call
Matt Hardy with
the wet blanket.
Booking by Bonds.
Wet blanket.
All right, here we go.
Team Taz, baby.
There you go, Bonds.
You got part of it right.
Dude, Bonds booked this.
Booking by Bonds. You put it out before the show.
Look at Cage.
I like seeing Hobbs and Cage
in this
together.
is insane.
Sure.
Dude, Hobbs' face, Cage's face, Hook's face, they're awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait. That's gonna be a great
You can
match.
see Cage and Hook cannot take their eyes off each other right now, man.
No. Stay.
I like it, bro. I like it. And Stark's walking away. Bonds, that plays into a lot of what you were talking about, man.
Yep.
Maybe it wasn't the theatrics but like, given how small the segment was, definitely played into the undertones of what you were talking about.
Yep. I can't wait to see them let him go, man. I want to see Cage in a singles run. I really do.
Love it.
Do you see what if they do a double swerve and that we're thinking that Cage is going to go baby and they just start with some momentum?
You never know. I mean, they did kind of go back and forth on it a couple times, so we'll see. But
Bonds
I just think
always delivers. That's one. Right. Booking by Bonds.
We've seen them go back and forth on the Brian Cage and is he going to break away from Team Taz?
There you guys go. Look at this. Look at this.
Yay.
El Idolo. Dude, that guy's money.
It's official. He's all elite.
Love that Sting and Darby shirt is awesome.
Good signing.
That is a sick shirt.
I got to get a good visual of it. That sign, that Sting poster that was held up, that was sweet. That Sting Darby shirt is sweet.
ever. That's high. That's high. A lot to say.
That's a legend saying that, man.
He tore it down though. I mean, he did some stuff that was pretty impressive for anybody.
It had to feel pretty amazing for a guy like in his 60s to do what he did, to get the crowd response that he's still getting. Like,
we're gonna get all ego crayfish coming out to interrupt.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Hopefully he's wearing a
there
coordinated shirt.
Soon. I just spoke.
We did text each other back and forth about what shirt to wear. Hopefully he holds up his end of the bargain.
You're gonna be disappointed, bro.
Oh man. Oh, his isn't nearly as cool as mine tonight.
No. He's trying to be cool. You're
a heavy pour there, crayfish.
There's some no sugar ginger beer in there too, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going 3 fingers of Glenlivet.
Oh God. Oof. I'd be half in the bag. You even smell good. What a line, huh? Okay.
Oh, whoo!
Wow, man.
What is that?
They're money guys.
So they put the challenge on Sting to find a part, or put the challenge on Darby to find another partner.
Yeah.
Huh. Do I smell a Evil Uno?
Maybe Preston Vance. You're right. Maybe
Preston Vance would be that. That's a good call right there.
Powerhouse, bro.
Who would you pick? Would you pick Vance?
I'd pick Aleister Black.
That would be sweet as well. But I think you got to.
You want to wait 90 days for the.
Yeah, I would wait 3 months. I would have this feud drag out for 3 more months.
Every week, Darby comes out. I haven't picked my partner yet.
I'm still thinking about it.
We do the Jade Cargill promo thing.
Yeah,
it's the same thing for.
I don't need a partner, but I'm going to find a partner.
I'm my own partner. I can do it myself.
I think 10 is a good choice.
I like where your head's at. I like my sentimental favorite of the Dark Order is Alex Reynolds. I love the guy. I think he's like
great guy,
way underappreciated. But yeah, I mean either that or maybe like we haven't seen Johnny Hungy in action in a long time with his injury. That'd be if a John Silver, like a healthy John Silver, came back, that'd be cool.
I'd love to see a pop for him, man.
True. Yeah, I can't wait to see a Hungy man pop.
Right, exactly.
Whenever this match happens, Darby loses, so you can get more heat from Paige and Sky. You're gonna have them take another L.
I mean,
tough, bro.
You got to kind of balance stuff out if you want.
Yeah,
Paige and Sky to be taken seriously.
They need it, just like Ogogo and Marshall got the win. You got to have trade wins to keep relevancy.
I know.
You look like Ethan Page right now, bro.
Thank you, bro. All ego, babe. I like it. I don't know, man. I would have a hard time having them. That's a tough one, though, right? Because it's like if they lose that match, then they become like easy to write off. But if they win,
they're proven right.
They're proven right, and like then it makes Darby look weak. I don't know, dude. You'd have to have those guys win in a dirty way. That's the way.
Pin the partner.
Right. Maybe that's where you bring Leo Rush in, and you have two little guys going against the men of the year.
That would be a fun match.
It would be a fun match.
I don't know. That's a tough one, dude. That's a tough call. My first inclination was 10, but like leaning into the Dark Order stuff. But you guys are talking about all this stuff, and really DMD's coronation is going to be happening in moments.
Oh, I can't wait.
Everybody get your champagne out. However you want to celebrate and toast to the DMD. If you're lucky enough to have a Big Mac, please grab one of those. This is going to be a big moment,
guys.
Here we go. We're on. Let's hear the pop. I can't wait to hear the pop. Oh my gosh. You're going to love who's in the ring. Oh, those Big Macs.
I'm hoping that Thunder interrupts this and they keep that feud alive, man. Wow, TH2's out there. All those beautiful Big Macs. Wow. Love it.
Belt looks good on her.
It's about time.
You're damn right it looked good on her, man. She's the champ. Now she's the face, the champ, the heartbeat, the soul.
That's right.
The Big Mac.
And finally, the belt is upgraded, too.
Yeah, wow.
That belt is a lot better.
DMD is killing it. Looks like a star, walks like a star. She's got this, baby. I love the towel.
Nice jacket.
Yeah, the jacket looks sharp. I like it. The black and red aesthetic is always a sharp
Dynamite
choice.
Download colors.
You know it. We like it. She's leaning into the Dynamite Download look is what it is. It's obvious. Right. Wow. Love it. Love how she's got the wingmen. She's got Serpentico and Luther back there. All the top talent.
Nyla Rose should be wearing a shirt. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm really excited to be here. Yeah.
Look at her.
Really outdid herself tonight, guys, because I was gifted 1,500
burger coupons.
1,500 Big Mac coupon.
So, guys, check under your seats. You have a burger coupon. Text to the bottom. Everybody check. Let's go. Show them off. Show off your burger coupons.
Let's effing go, baby.
Oh, wait.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
With me, where they belong.
They were pushing this all day. They were pushing this all day on social media. Everybody gets free Big Mac, 1,500. She's keeping all the coupons. What a heel move. The DMD does it again.
And I promised you this would be the start of a whole new era.
Look at Nyla Rose.
Damn, was I right?
Just rolling her eyes the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what letters I saw plastered all over this place? D-F-D. Do you know what 3 I heard deafening stands for? Second, you know what 3 letters are going to elevate this company.
That's right.
She's preaching.
Amen.
The truth, guys. Preaching the truth.
Elevate this company. 3 letters. D M D.
Crowd is with it, brother. Absolutely love this.
Pick it up, Tony. Pick it up with. Come on. Jesus, Tony. All right. Now we're going to hold them up. Because we're all on this ride together.
Grab a burger, Tony.
Oh, you're well behind, Crayfish.
I'm well behind. They're slow playing it for me.
Oh, you could see it happening this whole time.
Don't like that, Nyla. And I don't like how she's trying to steal Maddie Rankowski's gear. I don't like that.
Oh, the one-legger?
Don't like that at all.
Well,
Not
they were
cool.
teaming up for a while.
Yeah. Don't like that. Was not expecting Nyla to be the one who crashed the party.
Well, we found her next feud.
I've always said Nyla is the gatekeeper of the AEW women's division.
You're right.
Definitely think that'll be an interesting first feud if that's where it goes. Britt does not look happy.
My notes are pretty great for this one. Nyla Rose destroyed the burgers.
She is the Hamburglar.
Just saying, that's her new gimmick.
Nyla Rose, the Hamburglar, strikes again. Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It's true. It's true. Kingston, Moxley, Pac, Penta against the Elite. Ooh,
they're building a dream team to take down the Elite.
Amazing. They are.
Just Ray Phoenix. Then you have the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers and Kenny.
The Golden Triangle.
That's the Golden Trapezoid.
That is next level. Like it a lot. That's sweet.
So we have Red Velvet coming up, right? And then we have the bull rope match.
HFO again. Yep.
That was a bummer.
Ryan, I agree. I wish it was a little bit better celebration. It was strong, and it was kind of could have done a little bit better, but
it was such a big
nice.
For me, like the Britt Baker. I mean, dude, I've been wanting this for months on end. For her celebration to go that way, and then for Nyla to it was a bummer to see that ended that way. I felt like if anyone was going to end that celebration, it should have been Thunder Rosa.
For sure. That's too soon, though, I think.
I get it.
We talked about that, same with Miro. Go through a few feuds that are okay, they'll be fun to watch, but obviously you don't really think Miro's going to lose. And same with Britt. Obviously Nyla was an ex-champion, so that is a heavy-duty feud for sure. But given the landscape and the storytelling right now, Nyla is not hot right now at the moment. But clearly she's proven herself and beat Britt before. So
and she's bitter.
I think that will be
the bitterness is a real thing.
Time-telling feud, and it'll be a good win and a lot to pick up for sure out of Britt, versus running through someone like a jobber,
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll also allow Britt to have great character work, which we know will happen when she's trying to work around the intimidating Nyla Rose and keep her title. It'll bring out that cowardly vibe more.
Yeah.
So what are you guys thinking of the women's divisions on the showcase right now? We get to see Red Velvet going in the ring. She's coming out with Big Swole and Killian King. She's got a whole crew with her.
Over under 3 minutes till we get a picture-in-picture. Sorry to interject. I want to start the timer. Under 3 minutes.
Under.
Which is the worst thing. Keep going, Craig. Sorry. I started the timer. They do this every time in the women's division. It's so
Under's got to be
Dude, Velvet. She was laying it on her dang head.
What's the end game in this match? You guys feel Red Velvet's already gone up the rankings, lost title championship shots. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. On her head.
Velvet almost looked like she got killed there in that dive. Crowbar talks about it on social media. Former WCW wrestler. I've interacted with him a few times. Just the tope suicida is such a dangerous, just a high risk, low reward move. That was an example where she looked like she almost broke her neck.
And they overuse it, I think.
Yeah.
like too much.
Yeah. What do you think the end game of this feud is? Do you think it's to establish Bunny more on this? Because she came in with a winning record for 2021, or is this like to get Red Velvet back some steam? What do you guys think?
It depends on if they're going to push HFO. Like, are they going to get more than just kind of like funny spots? If they're going to be taken seriously as a stable, I think that would be smart to give her a showcase, because then it's like you expand what they can do if you build her up. But I don't know. It's tough to tell. I think we'll get a big picture out of it from this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll know kind of the direction of both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even consider this really a feud, but I just consider this as like just a division match that's growing, Allie for sure, because she's been so MIA in the ring, and as of late joining AHFO more matches, which is great. Like, they need depth to the division. So to have her be showcased, whether it be a feud match or just, a transition match, whatever, on Dynamite on TV, I think that's important.
And
I'm loving the stuff she's doing.
Yeah,
she's looked great so far.
I was going to say, having her presented almost like kicking the crap out of Red Velvet. I mean, really showing a nasty side to her.
Here we go. Picture.
Yeah.
Time.
Looking physical. What's the time?
Hold on. I got to get it on mine. What do you guys think in the chat? Picture. Was it over under 3 minutes?
Under.
It had to be under. Oh, 240. There we go.
Under.
That was from the bell ring.
Ay.
Okay, let's see how long the match is in the commercial.
Continue the timer.
They do this all the time.
Well, you get to see Hardee's has a beautiful looking chicken.
That sandwich looks awesome, man. I want to go to Hardee's right now.
They got you hook, line, and sinker, bro.
I got Dr. Scholl's showing.
Miller High Life.
What was it, the Britt Baker celebration? Man, that Britt Baker celebration. Ryan's got me thinking in my head now about like what that was. That was
I think she should have came out like on like a throne, like people carrying her, like even the wingmen carrying her out or something like that, like something ridiculous.
The Big Mac thing was definitely a funny swerve, like because they were pushing that all day on social media about like 1,500 coupons for free Big Macs, and for her to keep that was pretty funny. I gotta say, that was pretty funny. I'm wondering how I feel about Nyla Rose versus Britt though as her first feud. I don't know.
The picture-in-picture's gone. Now we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy commercial.
I got Applebee's.
Yeah, you're about to lose picture-in-picture.
Dude, what's up with the Indians having to change their name?
Whatever.
We've known that.
What are they going to be? The Cleveland Sewer Rats?
I hope it's the Cleveland move to Canada. I don't care anymore.
Cleveland Sewer Rats?
They've been saying the Cleveland Spiders.
What?
Ooh, I'm Spider-Man. Ooh.
That was their original, wasn't it?
They were originally the Cleveland Spiders in like 1914.
Right. So Cleveland Spiders, I've heard of. I like the Tribe, but I'm sure that's probably too close to.
People like Guardians because it sounds like Indians kind of, and they have the Guardian statues by the stadium.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, on this
that'd be
bridge.
Cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I don't even care anymore. They're just a farm team for everybody else. So
they've been that way for a long time. It's just more frustrating now because they like how obvious.
I'm so tuned out of all sports. Ever since like the last year of ridiculousness, it's hard to be tuned in when your home team, as you know, Crayfish is dog poo. So Detroit sports, but I mean, you stood by your Browns. Both you guys.
Yeah, I don't feel like you had all those years where the Wings were amazing.
I know.
And then as soon as they start struggling, you give up on them.
I don't know. I'm following them. They got the shaft again too.
Bonds and I have been diehard Browns fans.
Picture-in-picture and commercial time, which is more than the match. Now
That's great.
All right, now let's see the rest of the match.
Wait a second. The picture-in-picture and commercials combined was longer than the match to this point?
Yes.
Yeah. Was longer than what we saw without.
So we had 240 of match time, 245 of commercials and picture-in-picture.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you for joining, Scoot.
God bless. I agree with Scoot. Britt Baker is a face at this point.
Yeah, they need to just let it happen naturally. It was natural already. You just let it go.
Yep.
Dustin Rose is going to be, and the fade to black and a bloody mess. Just wait.
Yep.
Do you think he's going to be conscious?
Are we still supposed to hear from Miro tonight?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know, man. That's
I agree
tight.
with
Cut
us.
that
Like
segment.
in the chat, the Dynamite after the show, after the pay-per-view, like you should be setting up new feuds and landscape, and there hasn't been much. But it's still everything we're excited for and wanting.
I mean,
But
you
it
get to
should
see.
be
You
some
got,
more
okay, let's be real.
landscape-changing
You got
stuff.
Britt Baker versus Nyla as the first women's feud. You definitely are getting more of like the elite. Now you're starting
There
to
you
see
go.
like Death Triangle get it like in the elite. Like that feud is continuing. But I
6 minute
agree.
match.
So this is my question about guys. This is why after I see this match, that's why my question comes back to the surface is like, what was the point of this match? Because I know that SPDU is saying like, oh, it gets Bunny some time or whatever, but like more than half the match was during commercial. She lost pretty like in a pretty non-exciting
Non-cool
way.
random, yeah.
Like what is the point of this match? Like Velvet
Right.
doesn't look great like coming out of with a win like this. It's just like this is one of those rare matches on a Dynamite where it's like I don't understand it. I don't get the point of why this was on the show. And what an interesting crew that is with Swole, Red Velvet, and Killian King. That is a very interesting combination.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I love it. The Meat Man.
Miro just shouted out his wife.
The birthday boy. Hungry for some gold. Evil Uno's gonna get a title shot.
Oh gosh, Miro. It's so ridiculous.
Pop from the crowd. You can hear it through the promo. Love it.
In 3 weeks. At Double or Nothing, they said they were going to challenge him in 2 weeks.
They lied.
I'll tell you what, Miro is that dude has got a nice vibe, just all around, dude. The guy's got a great vibe.
It's easy to see why he's the champion now.
Just seeing that dominant side of him, that swagger. Special shout out to my wife for being super hot. That was great.
What?
So next week we have Friday.
Cutler was out.
So next week we have Friday at 10 o'clock. You have Miro versus Evil Uno.
Wow.
Yeah, the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler versus Pac, Penta, and Kingston. You got to think that Pac, Penta, and Kingston are the favorites in that one, right? Maybe
Cutler
not.
can
Maybe
easily take the pin on that.
Hangman Page and 10 versus Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs. Bonds again leaning into what you're booking and booking by Bonds. You naturally are seeing Hobbs and Cage maybe as the dissenters of Team Taz. I like that.
I'm cool with that.
Big match next with this bull rope match. Do the Factory get their heat back?
Yes, Factory will stand tall.
I like it.
The Factory will stand tall.
Factory. This is a big moment for them. Nick Camarado, maybe we were wrong. Maybe he's the beast of this group. Maybe he's the guy who takes down Cody. I don't know.
He looks like Giant Gonzalez, like
He's a
without having to wear
scary
the
looking
suit.
dude, man.
You know, like legit.
Yep. I like the compare. He's a big, scary dude, man.
But he can move. The guy's like
Yep.
a freak.
Dustin Rhodes coming out, going throwback to his roots. Bull rope match. I like it.
Man, are you guys gonna watch The Cube after this?
Evil Uno versus Miro, 3-on-3, Pentapac Eddie, Hangman. That's a stacked 3 matches right there so far.
Tell us
Friday.
about it, SPD. Lay it out there, bro.
I'm pissed about the scheduling on NBA right now. You know, it's not going to suck the sale out of AEW, but it really is chapping my bull rope ass. You know that they're screwing this up and not getting their prime spot so they can really kick up their ratings, man. Especially with the live crowds.
It feels
they only
like
had 500,000 last week.
It feels like it's like ripe for the taking.
Yeah, for that late, it's pretty good.
But it's like
what?
they went from 1 million to 500,000 because of the time.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It sucks because
That
you
hurts.
could lose some drive-by fans by like, oh, it's not on. Oh, it's at 10 p.m. Friday. I'm gonna go to Applebee's and get double appetizers all night.
Bro,
Screw this.
How do you pass up the riblets and chicken tender combo basket at Applebee's? You know what I mean?
Well, the
How do you-
triple dipper dinner is the way to go, bro.
triple
We are
dip.
not sponsored by Applebee's. Just thought I'd point that out.
We are looking for new sponsors, so
Yes,
we would
if
happily
Applebee's, if you want to
advertise it.
sponsor us, we love your whatever.
I think we
Triple dipper
scared.
dinner.
I think we scared Venus Razors away from AEW because I have not seen them on.
Wait till Wednesdays, man. Maybe they're just a time slot thing.
That's true. Maybe
They're the
we gotta
women
we
get
need to watch.
Wednesday.
We need to watch TNT on Wednesday next week and see if they have the Venus Razor commercials during that.
All right, guys. I'll push through the Equalizer 2 or a Jack Reacher movie or something like that, and I'll see if it's on. Okay,
Or the-
check it.
You can watch Wipeout.
Sharknado or whatever that was. Geostorm.
Wipeout.
Yeah.
Wipeout with John Cena, everyone's favorite guy right now. I love it. I love it. Talk about turning heel.
Just for some people.
Yeah.
Aye,
But
aye, aye.
WWE's desperate. They might be bringing. The rumors have been that they might be bringing John Cena back for SummerSlam. So that would be an
Summerfest.
Summerfest. Yeah.
Summerfest.
Who was the idiot that said that? It was
That was Jeremy Piven.
yeah, Jeremy Piven.
Yeah, Jeremy Piven called it Summerfest.
The Summerfest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cleveland.
I was at an AC/DC concert in
We
Detroit.
were at an AC.
Yeah, we were at an AC/DC concert in Detroit, and multiple times they were yelling, "We love you, Cleveland! Thank you, Cleveland!" And the crowd was just like, "What the?" It was so great.
See,
It was like a
Ryan,
total troll job. Like I was hoping that Britt Baker would maybe do that tonight, where she'd just be like, "We love you, Pittsburgh." You know, maybe she throws out a little something like that. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god, it was so great. Too funny. So, all right. Well, the bull rope match is getting squeezed tight, guys.
12 minutes, not even. That's tough for a main event.
Not what I would expect. No.
you guys excited for the factory again getting the shaft?
What
feel
are the
like the-
rules of this match?
They get connected to each other, right, by the bull rope.
How do you win?
They can use it as a
Pinfall?
weapon. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. As
Dustin should have rocked different colors. Don't you think?
because those are the factory colors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I know
It's
that's
probably
his-
a very expensive suit, to be fair.
true.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
full latex.
That is full on latex, vinyl.
Ooh. This is a cool concept for a match. Whoever decided like, to do this
Oh.
first.
Connect
This
the bull
is
rope.
tough to ask someone who's so green as Camarado. too.
He's gonna just be a powerhouse in this one. But you put him in the ring with Dustin. That is one of the great things about this feud of the Factory versus the Nightmare Family.
Yeah.
You look at the Nightmare Family. You got guys like Cody, Dustin, Billy Gunn. You know, most of the crew more veteran side, and then you got these youngsters in the Factory. They get an opportunity like this. That is a good opportunity.
Right.
You know they're getting trained well because a lot of these guys, like I know Billy Gunn was like at the Performance Center training people.
Ooh, I like that. The violence already in this matchup. It's already starting to. The bull rope is definitely playing a factor into this.
Yeah, they're getting a little tripped up sometimes.
It's a long bull rope, bro.
It is. It's thick.
Long and. So, what do you see? Like, how do you see the show ending? What do you think the visual is at the end of the show? Predict it.
It's got to be
the Factory standing tall.
Yeah.
Factory standing tall over a bloody Dustin.
Yeah. Yep.
It has to be. If not, it's. Fuego del Sol's getting involved.
Everyone's favorite talent. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Camarado just murdered him.
I'll tell you what, Camarado does. I mean, when you see him in person, and we know Dustin Rhodes is a big dude.
Oh my gosh!
When you see Camarado, he is an imposing force, isn't he?
He looks like a defensive lineman.
He's just a big, strong, scary-looking dude, man. Hey, the Nightmare Family getting involved cheating first. I don't like that. Camarado just using Fuego del Sol as a weapon, launching him.
They're the heels, bro. I'm telling you. The Nightmare
You're
Family
right.
are the heels.
I see it. I see it happening. You're right.
No, he's busted open already.
Yeah. We knew that Dustin was going to show some color tonight. I mean, there was no doubt.
He's not shy of that.
I know Nick Camarado busted open. Yeah, you're right. I see it now. I'm behind. Wow. Aaron Solo just got leveled with that power slam.
Camarado did get the bell to the head.
Yep. I would not want to take a spear from Nick Camarado. That shoulder would hurt into the stomach. That is a nasty – that would be painful.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lori. That power slam that Dustin put on to Solo on the outside, that was brutal. Oh, my gosh.
I love Dustin snap power slams.
Do you feel – I mean, is this where we see Camarado I can't get my hopes up again because, like, well, maybe they present Camarado as the killer of the Factory, but you just put him against Cody and he'll lose, right?
Yeah. Cody he'll spear Cody 30 times and Cody will just get up and be fine.
Yeah. Shocking that Aaron Solo is back up after that power slam. That was a nasty looking move.
Picture in picture on a 12-minute match. That sucks.
No. How do you picture in picture in the last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It's going to be some deletes tonight, boys.
Uh-oh
is right.
Booking by Bonds coming out. Man. Oh.
Disappointing.
Camarado's
with the show so far, who is your top performer? Who do you think got the biggest pop?
Well, Andrade got the biggest pop.
I think the top performer was Jungle Boy for me.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a good pick. I have to think about it for a minute.
You get some fun stuff in the ring for sure.
Yeah, I could see Jungle Boy. I mean, my favorite match of the night was the first match.
The opener was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I could pick any of those guys.
I feel like from a big picture standpoint, yeah, I think the Jungle Boy is probably the best pick for performer of the night. Just delivering as a nice follow up after what happened on the pay per view. I think that's a good call. I could pick the Bucks, but the Bucks seem to do the same stuff all the time. Yes, Lori, thank you, Pac. Always Pac. That is true. I mean, with that match at the beginning of the show was my favorite match of the night, and then he had a nice promo, kind of cutting that promo against Eddie Kingston and staking his territory was awesome. So I'm not going to hate anybody who picks my guy Pac. But I guess I'm with you. I think JB, this is his show, right? I mean,
yeah.
Nobody stands out convincingly, though.
No, I could even say Inner Circle because I thought that was the best promo segment of the night. I mean,
agreed.
Again,
that
was
a good
that
point.
I mean, we got to see Dynamite Download favorites pretty much. You know, Miro cut a promo, Inner Circle cut a promo, and Britt cut a promo.
That's true.
So,
I like it. I would agree with. Excuse me. Miles, I think that's a good point by you, though. I think like that was a underappreciated little segment. Andrade definitely would be the pop of the night. That's a big surprise. It's a big moment, and the crowd reacted accordingly. That was a nice.
Yeah. I love how they had Vicky introduce him, so it was just like the booze, and then it immediately turned to elation from everybody. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and fresh off the heels of the Mark Henry thing, I mean, that was brilliant, just all around, like really smart way to play that out.
Would you rather have Vicky Guerrero wake you up every morning going, "Excuse me," or Penta chopping you in the chest for your wake up call?
Vicky.
Oh,
he goes, no, take off his glove and whoosh, right in your chest.
Can you imagine being sound asleep and just getting a chop from Penta? You'd literally jump out of bed. You'd want to fight as soon as you woke up. You'd never want to fall asleep.
I would want to fight too if Vicky was in my ear going, "Excuse me."
I would definitely wake up though.
Yeah, I mean, all right, I'm up. No snoozing on that.
No snooze, but I don't want to hear that again.
No snoozing on this one with the main event here. Aaron Solo getting the table.
Oh, jeez.
Aaron Solo. Han Solo. His great nephew.
His great nephew. Nice. Ooh. That table exploded.
Yeah, when you have that much meat going through it, that's definitely gonna blow up.
That thing exploded. Oh, God.
Jeez.
Oh wow! It disintegrated.
The meat mayhem.
The meat.
They should have called this the Meat Mayhem main event.
Camarado is a scary looking dude, man. I mean, that was an emphatic power bomb through the table, just pure domination. Killed it.
Uh-oh. So who? Oh, a Colton Gunn.
The man himself.
The son of a gun. That son of a gun.
That son of a gun.
Uh-oh. Dustin Rhodes' Bulldog finisher.
The most dominant finisher in all of AEW.
He's such a throwback. I love it.
That's throwback. That's no doubt.
He's like throwback in his like fighting style, but he's like Gold Dust, which is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Camarado is looking like a man possessed right now, guys.
I like how they're booking him like that.
Oh my God, the visual of him bloody and just defiantly angry.
He's having the Darby match, but he's a monster, so it kind of works.
Yep.
That bull rope is just getting in the damn way.
It's been an interesting portion of the match. Ooh. From what I've seen, man, Dustin has dominated most of this match, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing right now. He's been firmly in control the majority of the match. At least, man, top rope bulldog.
I mean, Dustin did outwork Camarado for sure. So, like, the W was well deserved.
Yeah, but
It's not what I expected, though.
might as well just stick a fork in the factory.
I'm shocked. Not in a good way. I'm shocked.
I love Dustin Rhodes, and I think he's one of the
too.
hardest working
It's not about Dustin.
guy in the biz. This is nothing against him at all, and I'm happy to see someone who's had this journey career close out a live show. Like, yes, I support that 100%, and I love seeing that. But for a faction like the Factory that we love, that's where I don't like it. But I'm all for Dustin Rhodes, man. This is great. Great to see him do that. Props to him, and I'm happy for him.
Yep. Trying to remove my personal emotional reaction from it.
Right.
Yeah, it's great to see Dustin get a reward like that, and but I don't know, man. That's not how that's not how I would end the show personally. But
Speechless. Well,
Yeah.
we'll end it for that. We're gonna continue this Dynamite chat on social. You can we're interacting with you guys on Twitter. Let's let this digest.
Check out my column in a little bit. We're gonna have a different format this week. So this week we're gonna have a slightly different format in the column. I'm gonna include a booking by Bonds in here. This will be the written version of the first one. And we're gonna start doing this every week. So if you guys like the booking by Bonds, we're gonna start having one every week based on when like something that happens in the show. Yep. So it's going to be a little different format for booking by Bonds, and the column's going to be a little bit shorter for the recaps. So just let me know how you guys like the hey Mike, just let me know how you guys like the new format, and we'll take it from there.
I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. That booking by Bonds was almost booked live here tonight with the Cage and Hobbs teaming up, man. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that.
Thank you all for joining us. We will chat soon. I know it's staying up late with us. We love our Fridays. Hopefully we'll get the Friday Night Flights back in our possession the way we run it, with some fun, some more interactive and stuff, and Dynamite gets back to its coveted Wednesday night spots. But have a great weekend. We'll chat with you online, and thank you guys for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Shave the crotch.